This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA HOLES!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole.
Yes.
MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Antonogal Studios of Arizona, Figueiredo, Shevchenko, and still recap 255 Tyson versus Jones fight week, Lewis versus Blades fight week. Let's go with the MMA HOLES. Yeah. All right.
Trudesno.
Hello, this is episode number 152 of the MMA Holes Hour, and still, that's right, both champions hold on to their belt. Dominating performance by Figueiredo, and then Shevchenko. Little trouble in the beginning, but pretty much took control of that fight the rest of the way. Shevchenko holds on to the belt. Discuss what is next for both champions. Looks like a quick turnaround for Figueiredo. And yes, I said it correctly. Tyson versus Jones Jr. is happening this Saturday. 2 events. We have that crazy spectacle of a boxing event, and then we have the UFC as well. So 2 fight buddies in one show. JBH, how are you tonight?
Wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful.
I am wonderful as well. Thank you for joining us tonight, and have a good night. I'm kidding. Anyway, we have 40 minutes of extra show tonight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good, and we'll save and see if you guys want to go longer than that. JBH, what would you like to start with tonight?
Well, let's start with the fights from the weekend, Moss. Let's talk about those. The Bleacher Report, among others, are pushing for Valentina Shevchenko versus Amanda Nunes next, and or Weili Zhang as soon as possible. According to Kelsey McCarson of BleacherReport.com, nothing is worse than super fights that should have happened but never did. After watching UFC women's flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko defeat rugged Brazilian contender Jennifer Maia over 5 rounds on Saturday night in the co-main event of UFC 255 at UFC Apex in Las Vegas, it's crystal clear that UFC President Dana White should book Shevchenko in super fights against Amanda Nunes and Weili Zhang as soon as possible. Because anything can happen in MMA, and Shevchenko Maia was a good reminder of that. Entering the fight, ESPN's John Anik noted that Maia was vying to become the biggest underdog to win a fight in UFC history. There were good reasons for this. Shevchenko, who's 32 years old from, how do you say it, Moss? Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan?
Was undefeated in her natural weight class of 125 pounds. She had hardly even been tested there, and she had been a huge favorite in all of her title defenses to this point. Entering UFC 255, Shevchenko's 55% significant striking accuracy was tops in the women's 125-pound division. To make matters worse for Maia, Shevchenko also entered UFC 255 with the highest significant striking defense rate in the division's history at 71.2%. But beyond mere statistical analysis, Shevchenko can just plain fight. Her athleticism alone separates her from most of her opponents, and the Kyrgyzstani fighter carries with her into the octagon on fight night that kind of experience only someone who started training at the tender age of 5 could have.
Tender.
The tender age, Moss.
Very tender, yes.
But Maia made things a lot harder on Shevchenko than most people expected. In fact, there were brief moments during the second round that pretty much everyone watching the fight was forced to wonder whether Shevchenko's title reign was about to go up in smoke. But Shevchenko withstood Maya's ground and pound assault, and in the second round, the women's flyweight champion retained her title via powerful strikes and timely takedowns over the rest of the fight. While women's flyweight does include the likes of Lauren Murphy and former women's strawweight champ Jessica Andrade, the real money would be pitting Shevchenko against the likes of Nunes or Zhang in UFC champ versus champ fights. Nunes is 32 from Brazil, already defeated Shevchenko, but women's flyweight champion has improved greatly since those defeats. Besides, there are some in the sport who believe Shevchenko deserved the nod in the second fight anyways. Meanwhile, Zhang, who's 31 years old from China, has already looked scary good since grabbing hold of the women's strawweight throne. On top of that, Zhang, like Shevchenko, is a tremendously fast and powerful striker. The two going head-to-head could produce a fight of the night or a fight of the year candidate. In case you're wondering, White revealed earlier this week that he's already got some big fights in mind for Shevchenko. So, it could be a trilogy, or it could be another super fight, Moss.
Yeah, trilogy, schmilogy. I don't want that at all. I don't care about that right yet. Wei Li Zhang is the fight, or Zhang Wei Li, whatever order you want to say her name in. That is the fight to make. It's not even a question. I think Amanda Nunes, both fights were horrific. I got incredibly drunk the second time live on air because I couldn't withstand no, thank you. Listen, I understand that the second one was close. You know, Valentina earned a shot at, another crack at Nunes. But no, I don't want to see it right yet. I want to see Wei Li Zhang. It makes way more sense to me. It's way more exciting, to get amped up for. I don't want to get shit-faced and complain about another fight. I don't want to do that. So I like Wei Li Zhang. Make that fight happen and stop with that other trilogy. Well, for now at least. If she runs over Zhang Wei Li, then okay. I guess Nunes is the gal. Mm-hmm. But right now, Zhang Wei Li is the fight.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I can understand why people want the Nunes fight, especially for those who think that Shevchenko should have gotten the nod in the second fight. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm just not into it. I don't want to see it. I'd rather see Zhang Wei Li. I think it's a more powerful fight anyways. I think it's more exciting. So I'd have to go with Wei Li versus Shevchenko as well. No,
even Andrade, way more excited about that than Shevchenko. Than Nunes.
Yeah.
Nunes is very good. Nunes is very big, and Nunes will win a third time. If you want to see Shevchenko definitely lose, Nunes will find a way to beat her. Even if it's a close fight, she'll find a way to beat her. So, no, I'm cool. I'm good. I am good with Amanda Nunes versus Shevchenko 3. I am golden. Let me know in the chat what you guys and gals think.
Nunes or Zhang. Let's see.
Or Andrade.
Did you see, Moss, that Aunt Nicole has changed her name to #1 champ Aunt Nicole?
I wish I had that graphic on this. That's on the Friday show, but I got to say this. She's a very good champion, Jesse. It's Ann Still. She will be reigning until next Friday. So
it is true.
Bend the knee for Aunt Nicole.
Your T-shirt is on the way, by the way, Aunt Nicole.
Nice.
Good with women's MMA, says Henry Ford. Uncle Savage says, Moss, you forget something on the screen. What did you forget on the screen, Moss?
I do not know.
Andrade, then Zhang, says Joe B. MMA Superfan says Murphy. Tio Ganochi says X4 Doubt. Shoe Nice says Ferguson versus Oliveira. Who you got? We'll talk about it.
Oh, man. You have the story on that?
Well, it's not really a story. We already talked about it a little bit, but
man. I want to pick Ferguson. I want to.
I'm picking Oliveira in this one.
I might go with Mr. Oliveira.
Yeah.
I got to think about it a little bit more. I like the fight. The more it rattles around in my brain, might be a better fight than the Chandler fight. He could beat Tony. Oliveira could beat Tony. And would that be something, Jesse? Wouldn't that be something if Oliveira beats Tony? Like all the Ferguson fans out there, and there's a lot now. Now he's got this little bit of a following. If he does, that is not good. That is not good. It's not an easy fight.
I really think Tony is on his way out. And I like Tony. I actually like him, but I think the guy's on his way out.
It's a good fight. It really is. It's a fascinating fight. I don't think you could really lean in one direction and be like, this is how this fight's going to go. I can't see it clear. I can't see a clear winner. I can make an argument for Ferguson. I can make an argument for Oliveira. I think the problem is a lot of people forgot how good Oliveira is, and his rise is very impressive. And Ferguson is on the tail end.
His rise?
Yeah.
Is impressive?
He has a very impressive rise. I don't have Gaylord on my board anymore.
You shouldn't have taken it off, Moss. You should have traded it out for like
We're a family show now, Jesse. We have a family, so now we have to start toning it down. We can't talk about gays.
That's not true. If you tone it down for that reason,
Can't talk about gays anymore. We have a family show. Anyway,
I quit.
we have something to take care of here. 6,222 subscribers. Before we signed off last show, we hit the goal. So everyone relax. It's a Monday night. No, don't relax. Because I'm about to open up the gate, Jesse. Yeah, it's open, Jess. Let's let him out.
It's quiet.
Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. MMA-HOLES. 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 Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. The greatest channel on YouTube. The MMA-HOLES. Goat. World domination. Goat.
No alarm
Calm
yet.
down.
6,222 subscribers on our second channel, baby!
Wonderful.
How wonderful is that? Thank you to all the new subscribers that came in. We really appreciate your company. We're very close to getting our main channel back in a couple weeks. So we're right back in the mix. Thank you once again to everyone that has supported us through a, I was going to say a rough time, but not really. We've had the best ratings of all time, so I don't know.
Always make the best. How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself. You turn yourself on and not me.
You turn yourself off.
You did. Remember?
No. Anyway,
I pointed that and you turned them both off.
that's a great story.
You should be
What were you saying?
ashamed.
What were you saying?
Can't take any responsibility over here.
And what were you saying?
I was saying after Moss couldn't take responsibility
What were you saying?
that no matter what challenges get thrown at us, I feel like we always make the best of it. I don't think we ever have like rough time, you know, like
No, it's never rough.
No.
That's why we put that donation goal up there. Never rough.
Nah.
We're fucking strapped and yeah. Anyway, we're looking to put together a website. So what we did was we put up a ridiculous end of the year goal, literally like a month to pull that off. We'll see what happens. So we're going to keep an eyeball on this, but we're looking to put together the new website. We found out that it's going to be a lot more expensive than we thought. And I'm thinking about keeping the baby inside a little bit longer. So if we can just keep her in there, we don't have to worry. So, Ellie, just take your time. Stay inside. We'll see how that goal goes. Jesse, what else you got in the news?
All right, so UFC 255 medical suspensions. Alex Perez, Jennifer Maia among 9 with potential 6-month shoot-downs, Moss.
Oh. It's Tio Sanosi.
Your little end of the year goal. What prize does someone get if they save the show with 10K? Also, December 19th card feels like a PPV than a fight night.
What prize does someone get if they save the show with 10K?
I'll tell you what. You save the show with 10K, I'll fucking name the studio forever after you. How about that?
No more. You'd have to change the name of the donation.
Yeah. It would be, that donation would be forever known as, that would be the plan.
So you would change the 500 donation to something else?
The 500 donation would forever be the so-and-so donation. And the name of the studio.
The Sanosi donation, I see.
And the name of the studio will also be the name of that person that drops 10K in one shot. No problems. Send you a shirt. We'll sign
That's
it. Maybe
bizarre.
Maybe
For
I'll come
life?
on the shirt. I don't know.
For life?
For
so
life.
they would be a sponsor then if you're doing it for life. They would be
If
considered
someone dropped
a sponsor of
$10,000
the
in
show.
one shot, Jesse,
That's a
this
sponsor.
studio is constantly their name. That's what it
So
is.
basically you would be a sponsor of the show for life.
Yeah. That's right.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
And a signed T-shirt with my jizz.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, Tio Sonosi. Appreciate that. All right, let's get into the story.
All right. So to go over some of the medical suspensions that happened over the weekend, a total of 9 fighters, including Alex Perez and Jennifer Maia. Perez needs an X-ray to clear his right hand. Otherwise, he'll be suspended for 180 days after his submission loss to flyweight champ Davison Figueiredo in the main event this past Saturday at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. Jennifer Maia is looking at a potential 6 months as well following her decision loss to Valentina Shevchenko in the co-feature. Maia can return quicker if a nasal fracture is cleared by a doctor. So Shevchenko broke her fucking nose, Mas.
She did, huh?
Yeah.
Maya brought it to her, though. She
did.
That was a dogfight.
Tim Means also suspended for 30 days, 21 days no contact. Mike Perry suspended 45 days, 30 days no contact due to contusions. Cynthia Cavillo needs clearance of her right shoulder, otherwise suspended for 180 days. Shogun Rua suspended 45 days. Brandon Royval needs clearance on his right shoulder. Joaquin Buckley needs clearance of his right shoulder with X-ray. Jordan Wright suspended 45 days. Arian Lipsky needs the clearance of an orbital fracture, otherwise suspended 180 days. Nicholas Dalby needs clearance of his right foot and right elbow with X-rays. Daniel Rodriguez needs clearance of his right hand with X-rays. Alan Joban needs clearance of a nasal bone fracture.
Wow.
Jared Gooden suspended 45 days. Dustin Stoltzfus suspended 45 days. Sasha Palatnikov suspended 45 days, and Louis Koch suspended 45 days. So pretty much, like the whole card got fucking suspended. Like every fight in the card someone got suspended.
That's how effed up MMA fans are, though. Like that lame ass card,
Yeah.
the lame card that no one wanted to buy a pay per view. By the way, what's the pay per view buys?
Let me check.
Do you have the numbers? Oh, that's what I want to know. I don't know if it's too early to find out. But the lame card that everyone was like, oh, this card sucks, this and that. Everyone's hurt. Everyone got injured. There was some carnage. Some lame fights. Like some fights weren't fantastic, but the pay-per-view wasn't terrible. I would have to think that since everyone was saying, I'm not buying that shit, I'm assuming they did terrible. But I'm curious what the numbers are.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's Kevin from Chicago.
Hey bunghole, I got a better idea. Why don't you just eat my hog? That's hog with the O hog muncher. Save the show and have a great night.
I guess you forgot how to play Save the Show. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. That's very kind of you. You've only been watching for what, 4 years now? Is there?
I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything.
We'll probably
here
find
yet.
out on Wednesday. Did anyone hear the numbers? On
they have the payouts, but they don't have the actual.
I would love to know the pay-per-view numbers. I have a feeling that it will get swept under the rug. They won't even announce it. It will just miraculously disappear. Because you got to think that 1-2 punch of Figueiredo and Shevchenko fighting two nobodies. You have to think a lot of people didn't buy it. I enjoyed the card very much, and we paid, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you did. Anyone? Let me ask the chat. I'm actually very curious. And listen, this is not a shaming moment.
Gate and buy rate are under review.
Yeah, under review, meaning they're in the negative or some shit. Let me know in the chat. Did you buy UFC 255, the pay-per-view? And we're not going to shame you or shun you if you did. I'm just curious if you actually spent the cash on it. We have, 112 people in here? So let's see. I'm really curious. We paid.
Sean Hart says stream on crack had better numbers. Uncle Champ, $10 Moss, not bad. Uncle Shep says Dana doesn't want to talk about it. 2 joints wrenches are only $5 tonight. Damn, son. No, wrenches are not $5 tonight. Khabib says illegally streamed. I bought the Khabib fight though.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I bet no one bought it.
Okay, I was going to wait and see if you remembered, but you're probably thinking about the return of Connor's hog boy. Where the fuck is Nicole's name on screen? You that mad she beat you on FOF? Don't be jelly moss. Now make it right, old man.
No, on the rules, guys, it says the champion gets the champion be awarded champion on that night. So she got her song, and she got her gift.
Yeah, she's the champion of Fuko Friday, and she still is the champion right now. And then when Fuko Friday comes back this Friday, her name is on that belt.
I think the rules are still on the website. If you go, you can see.
Her name is there to be lost. She is the champion of Fuko Friday. So when you tune in Friday night, you'll see her name on that belt, and we'll see if you can overthrow her. If she's not in the game though on Friday.
Her name is still on the belt. Yes.
So do you want to keep? How about this, Jesse? Then we should keep the champ's name in the game on Friday because it's only fair. She's got to defend the belt.
Yeah. So when we play Friday,
she'll get a freebie.
It's can Nicole, if she plays again, it would be, can Nicole retain her belt?
Yes.
Or does it go to someone else?
There you go.
But her name will be on the belt until someone else gets it.
You have to beat the champ. And Nicole is the champion. Her name will stay there until she's overthrown. So tune in Fuqua Friday and find out. And new. Back to the chat now. UFC 255, and thank you for the donation, Drunk Savage. We are getting closer. We're $6 to the 10K.
You can't even see a line. Like there's no line.
It's ambitious. It's very, very ambitious. The most we made in a month. Was almost 13K in 1 month, and that was an anniversary show. And
we don't make 13K.
We've never come close to that since. You never know. Christmas time, people are festive. Throw it up there. Maybe we'll get the new website.
Don't give them the impression we're making 13K a month, because then we're not making 13K.
We're making 13 grand a month. No, I wish. All right, so in the chat over here, let me know, UFC 255. I would love to know if you paid for the pay-per-view. Can it be possible that not one person watching this show right now has not paid? I mean, it's insane. This pay-per-view, not one person paid?
Let's be real, Moss. If we weren't doing the MMA holes, would you have bought the pay-per-view?
No. I wouldn't have.
Exactly.
I would have borrowed it. Unless, let me just say this. Pale Monkey paid. There you go. So, all right, so Pale paid. I would have paid if I had a bunch of buddies over. Yes, because there have been times where we've had friends over like, yo, let's just borrow that shit. And then we were refreshing, looking for streams, and it just ruined it. I remember Weidman versus Silva. I think it was 1. Yeah, I think it was Weidman Silva 1, if I'm not mistaken. We did borrow that stream, and it was buffering every 5 fucking seconds. Like, we were just missing everything. It was terrible. So if we had people over or gathered together, yeah, we would all chip in and buy it.
Are you drinking one of those monster things?
Yeah, what?
How's it taste?
It's good. It's good. A coffee Java Monster. I want to, So Pale is the only person that bought it, right?
No, Sonosi got it, he said.
Sonosi bought it too, okay. Let's see. So 2 people out of 117 people watching. I paid $10 to watch at a movie theater. What? I'd rather donate to the show than pay ESPN. I like that. I like that very much. ESPN is our sponsor, of course, and if you do pay, use our link down below. No pay on my end. LOL. KHAMZAT versus Edwards. Who you got? I got Leon. I want KHAMZAT. Leon's fairly confident Leon's going to get it done. What do you say?
Leon.
Still.
Yeah.
Who do you want to win? Or do you want Leon to win to shut all the KHAMZAT fans up?
No, I genuinely think Leon is going to win that fight.
I really, really want KHAMZAT to win this fight. I think it'd be hilarious. And then it opens up the door to this craziness. Like, if you think about it, Leon Edwards, no one really cares. I mean, maybe if you're from the UK, you have a little more respect than us shitty USA people. Because honestly, we are pretty shitty people. We really don't give a fuck. I'm speaking on behalf of America, Jesse. We don't care about Leon Edwards. As much as I think he's going to win the fight, I don't want him to win. I want a rat lip to win the fight. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. What happened to your head?
Nothing. I just got like this weird, like,
What?
You know?
No, I don't.
You ever get like a wave of like anxiety and frustration that hits out of nowhere for no apparent reason, and then you're just trying to like handle it, like, don't you go there, Jesse, like that. Ever?
So why don't you just let a guy out? Let a guy.
No.
Get a guy out. Get one guy. One good guy. I got my Carnage shirt on. Guy.
Yeah. It's just like obsessive.
Yeah.
You obsess over something so much that it just starts to bother you,
I have anxiety. I have situations where I get an abundance of emotion, but I never want to be like for no reason. I mean, I
have to do that, or else it affects how I behave, and I don't want it to affect how I behave. So I just gotta fucking beat the shit out of you. Not you. I'm sorry.
If this baby comes out and does that same shit, I'm out of here. I am getting in the car. I'm just gonna
You
drive.
don't ever like obsess over something that bothers you. Like if something gets on your nerves, but like you don't talk, you just bottle it up, and like you're obsessing over it. And the more you obsess, the worse it gets, and you're just like, oh, I want to fucking.
What is on your nerves though?
You know, like well, no, it's irrelevant. I'm just saying. You ever get that? And it just pops out of nowhere. You know, not even.
Like a headache? Casey wants
Like
to know.
it just comes out of nowhere. Like it, nothing sent it your way. It just happened at the most inconvenient time.
Alex Jones, like Alex Jones.
Yeah.
You
like
think that's
Alex
what happens
Jones.
to him when he just starts screaming for no reason?
Yeah.
Do you need a megaphone? No. What if we got you a megaphone for the show and you're like, all right, I don't have this soundboard. It's a great soundboard. I don't understand the knob, and like you have to turn like 3 dials, and then you have to go different directions to get like. Why can't we just get the sounds in certain spots? Yamaha MG10 XU. Come on. Anyway, let's get back into the news. So 2 or 3 people from this chat tonight bought UFC 255. So the question is, what in the hell are the numbers? What are we looking at here? Buy rate. Where are we going with this?
I'm gonna say probably not any more than 500K.
Let's see. UFC.
JBH, your first glass of wine is going to feel so amazing. 7 months, 6 months from now, LOL, when the baby's born, we'll all celebrate with you. Yes, 5 months from now, Uncle Champ. 5 months from now. I can't wait to have that first glass of wine after 9 months without it. It's going to be great.
Okay, I'm going to say this, Jesse. I'm going to go. I don't even think it got 300,000.
Okay, fair enough.
What'd you say?
I say no more than 500.
I'm going to say a little bit under 300,000. That's where I'm going.
Fair enough, Moss.
That's what I'm going to say. That's pretty bad. But that's where I'm going. If 2 people out of this chat, I'm going to say like
Stone,
290, somewhere 295.
Matt Stone says 350. Uncle Savage 250. Justin Jr. 90. 2 joints 420. Matt Stone, Jumanji Whirler says Mike Tyson fight this weekend. Yes. Kevin from Chicago will do trash numbers because it's a trash card. Quit gaslighting your audience. Kevin, when does the penis grow? I just want to know.
What?
Like, when do you become a man and stop speaking like a child? That's what children would say. People or casuals. Casuals are the same as children, I guess.
He was using your term, though, gaslighting.
Yeah, but I never say that on air.
I know, but
gaslighting, everybody knows what gaslighting is.
Yeah, I don't use gaslighting. But so him using that term, does that make you think twice about ever using that term again? When you hear Kevin from Chicago using it, are you like, all right, I'm going to pump the brakes?
It doesn't, because Kevin's not using it in the right context. He obviously has no idea what gaslighting means.
He's gaslighting you right now.
Gaslighting is an abusive behavior, Kevin.
So is he abusing the UFC?
He's saying that you're being abusive to your audience. Like, come on, Kevin.
Yeah, listen, I understand why people didn't buy the pay-per-view. I get it. But the complaining I don't get. Like, I don't get that. Because, honestly, if you don't have to pay for it. You really don't. It's super simple, you know? So you can do whatever the hell you want and get it in whatever way possible out there. You know, you got fingers. You can look for that thing. No big deal. So why complain? You know? I mean, there's a bigger problem, Jesse. We'll talk about that in a second.
Wonderful, wonderful.
As Nicole's coming.
Nicole, the champ.
JBH, yes, I do it all the time. Sometimes I want to slap the shit out people.
Yes!
Keep a deep breath and let out the jga. It will help.
You should do that.
Maybe it's just a 7% thing.
Yeah, it could be female. Because I don't think
it just
I don't
comes
think guys
out of nowhere. Like, it's not like it's warranted. It just happens at the most inconvenient time, and then you're like, all right, now I got to figure out how to deal with this in the middle of this inconvenient moment. Like
you
a
just
show.
so happen to have over
like a
100
live
people
show.
staring at you. Yeah, I think it's more of a female situation. I would imagine, because you guys have more hormone things going on, and us guys.
Maybe it's a pregnancy. Maybe it's Ellie.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
it could be I don't know what it.
Yeah, because what I got upset about was there was no reason to get upset about it.
Link for free stress. Drop it in the chat, please.
Yes.
Oh, stream? I would like the link for free stress, please. Okay. Anyway, the end of December 12th.
Yes.
Is that the next pay-per-view, UFC 256?
No,
Or is that the KHAMZAT one?
No, HAMZAT is December 19th.
So which one's the 12th? Or
256. Oh, wait, you're right. Yeah, that is the 12th.
Okay.
I take that back.
So UFC 256 lost Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan, right? So it looks like Figueiredo is going to turn it back around very quick. They're going to hold him still, and they're going to have him face Moreno, which is a very good fight. Moreno looked excellent. Figueiredo looked excellent. Let's go. The question is, Figueiredo has had trouble making weight before, and now he's going to jump right back in, lose the weight again, and try to defend the belt. And then on top of that, headline this card when you have to think he didn't really do much for the card this run around, 255, when it comes to pay-per-view buys. So what is the UFC doing here? Are they desperate?
I think...
Like, what's happening here?
What do you mean desperate?
I mean, Aljo and Yan are out, right?
Yes.
No title fight.
Thanks for giving up my news, Moss.
Well, let's segue. So what the hell is going on here with the UFC? Like, what's happening here? They are going to end the year by taking a massive hit.
Well, here's the thing. They still have a little bit of time. They have a couple weeks to make December 12th one of the most satisfying cards of the year. They still have a little time.
What are they going to do?
Not saying they're going to do it, but if they really push and hustle, they could put something fun together.
If two people in our chat bought Figueiredo versus a nobody, now we have a somebody because Moreno looked pretty good. But still, there are people out there that will not dig into the pocket and say, hey, I want to watch 225-pound men fight. A lot of people don't want to do that.
Well, I don't like is Figueiredo being on pay-per-views back-to-back. The main card of the main event of a pay-per-view back-to-back. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the UFC doesn't either. They are desperate right now. A card that would have had Conor McGregor on it. This card here, let you not forget, Conor McGregor wanted to get one in before the end of 2020, and the UFC was hell-bent on getting him in the card in January. I guess they want to squeeze a couple of people in there in Abu Dhabi or wherever the hell they're having it. And because the UFC didn't do that, now we have Figueiredo versus Moreno. Think about this. The UFC completely dropped the ball. And Tony Ferguson versus Oliveira is a great fight, co-main event, excelente, but that's not going to help the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. As a fan, yes, there are some fights on this card. A Jacare Souza, which I like very much. He's a little, long in the tooth. A Vittori fight, that's interesting. Young Paisan versus the Brazilian Gator. You got Junior Dos Santos versus, was it Gain or Gagne? How do you say this guy's name?
Gain, Moss.
Gain, okay. A couple of guys on here that are interesting. Grant versus Lee. I like Lee. Lee's a savage.
Yeah.
The Tomato Can versus Angela Hill. So you look at this card, and you see some interesting fights. Cub Swanson's back. A lot of older
Chase
guys.
Hooper.
There are names on this thing, but it doesn't have the oomph, the chutzpah to really get you going.
What?
It doesn't get your juices flowing.
What's a chutzpah? Don't
worry about it, Jesse. Ask the Jews in the chat.
Guys, what's
Wonderful,
a chutzpah?
wonderful.
So now the UFC back-to-back pay-per-views where they're just nosediving. And now they're banking on Conor McGregor in January to make the big bucks. God forbid something happens there. What's the backup plan? What if Poirier, and I'm knocking on the wood, what if Poirier gets hurt? What if Conor gets hurt? What happens?
Don't stay. Well, here's the thing.
They'll have 3 cards in a row where they're not making any pay-per-view money and they don't have fans.
All right, here's the
Where's
thing.
the money coming from?
You're probably right. They're probably going to end off the year on a low note, and it's going to suck. It's going to be unfortunate. But they're kicking off the beginning of the year with a fire card, or actually a couple fire cards. So, listen, it sucks. We always want the year to end strong, but I really don't care, honestly. I'm not like,
You should.
I'm not torn apart about it. The only thing I care about is the fact that we have to see Figueiredo as the main event 2 times in a row.
Think about
for a
this,
pay-per-view.
Justin. Hear me out.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hey, Brett Baratheon, how are you?
My old school Maholes t-shirt is getting holes in the pits. Going to have to buy a new one soon.
Nice.
Also, do you still have the 50 likes song on file? Maybe just one for a stroll down memory lane? P.S. You'll be amazing parents. Just hope no red hair, ha ha ha.
I'm hoping for red hair.
She wants the red hair.
I want our babies to have red hair.
Yeah, like Gingers the gays are in right now. So, I mean, let's go for it, you know?
I'd rather be natural because when she gets older, she'll probably end up dyeing her hair red anyways.
Who cares?
Red
thank
hair.
you, Brett. But so here's the problem I'm having. Thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate that. Like I said, the UFC's finishing this year on cards that aren't going to make them money. And this card over here, UFC 257, okay? Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor. I am stoked. I can't wait for the rematch. I can't wait for my boy McGregor back in the cage. Let's go cray-cray. God forbid.
Don't
knock on
say
wood.
it again.
Hear me out. Hear me. You're not hearing me out.
I heard you.
Knock on wood. If something happens to this fight here, someone gets hurt, Conor trips over a empty bottle of proper 12. I don't know. You got fucking Jessica Calderwood. You got Wooderson versus Ribas.
If something
Brad Tavares
happened,
versus come on, Antonio Carlos Jr.
If something happened to Poirier McGregor Moss, they would 100% just plug someone else in. They're not going to move.
It's not that easy.
The card up. No, they will.
Okay,
They
if they
100% will.
if they will, then what the fuck is up with UFC 256? Just plug something
did
in there.
plug in.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
They plugged in twice, actually.
And it doesn't work. So what I'm saying is this will be 3 events in a row. 3 events in a row where the UFC is not going to make much money. Eventually, I mean, how much longer can the UFC last when there's no gate and their pay-per-view buys are going to be drastically down?
Listen, I'm not worried. I don't like the main event. I wish it was Petr Yan Aldo. In fact, I wish it... listen. Oh, let's not forget, Moss. Nunes Anderson is still on. They just moved it to the beginning of the year. So.
Oh, great.
So worst case scenario,
That's
God
the fight.
forbid something falls out with 257. That's probably what they would plug in.
Listen.
I could almost put money on it that they would probably plug that in.
I'm telling you right now, the UFC pay-per-view after pay-per-view, they're not making backup plans. There's no fucking backup plan here. Now, look at this fight. The fight night. Hold on. What fight night is Edwards on?
It's the December 19th card. Vegas 16?
Let's see. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's pass it up. We got a bunch of UFC events coming up. It's
Vegas
crazy.
17.
Here we go. So now you look at this fight night, okay? Right? And this is where I scratch my head. A lot of head scratching going on here. This is great. Love it. Thompson, Jeff Neal. Love it.
Why didn't
Deborah,
they do
Greg
something
Hardy.
with this
Love
on
it.
the main card?
Marais Font. Love it. Serkinov versus Span. Love it. Aldo versus Vera. What? Yes. Pereira versus Williams. Chaos is back with Pereira. What the fuck? Pantoja versus Cape. Muhammad versus Lima. That's a firefight right there. Duran Win, little DC versus Arroyo. Oh my God. KHAMZAT versus Eubank. All right, I'm good. Rodriguez versus Zahabi. What? Okay, we're falling off here. This dude, the William Knight killer over here.
Nchukwi.
He's fighting for the first time in the UFC versus Jamie Pickett. Glenn versus who cares? Who cares? Although Chanel is pretty tough. Chanel Nam might not be a bad fight. But look at this card over here. It's got a pay-per-view feel.
Wonderful.
It has that essence. It has that beauty. Why is the UFC loading up this fight night and forgetting about the pay-per-views? Doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure this thing out. What's going on? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
That's a good question.
Now, I have a feeling if things start falling apart, they might start pulling from these other fight nights.
What if they pull from the fight night that's happening this weekend? What if they... Well, no.
No,
they
this
can't do
weekend
that.
can't afford to lose anybody.
Let's see.
It's not the best fight night.
Vegas 16, the Hermanson card.
I don't think Holland is fighting. Isn't Holland off that card?
Well, that's what I heard, but I haven't found any articles on it. They still have him on here.
I thought Kevin Holland was off the card.
Bechko-Hea,
I'm almost positive Kevin Holland's off that card.
OSP versus Jamal Hill would be a good fight.
Why?
To move over.
They see us.
Oh, sorry. My bad, guys. There's some fights on some of these other fight cards that they could like slide over if they wanted to.
What is the freaking strategy with the UFC?
Listen,
I am
they
confused.
obviously don't have a strategy for the end of the year. So I'm just saying this could be a strategy. Maybe they move, they slide some fights around.
If they don't care about pay-per-view buys, then maybe make these cards fight nights.
Maybe they know the end of the year is just going to tank. So they're just like, all right, let's just put together the best we can. It's gonna fail no matter what.
I'm not understanding here. I need to see these pay-per-view numbers for UFC 255. If they
I think
had
they'll
something
come out by Wednesday.
if there's something of substance, then I understand why they're pushing those pay-per-views out. I don't understand why. Listen, I'm going to say it. Our sponsor is ESPN Plus, and I feel you should buy the fights because not only does it help us, it helps the UFC, it helps the fighters, pays the fighters, pays the bills. With that being said, if I was just Joe Schmo and I saw these pay-per-views, I wouldn't complain. I just wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I'm with you. I don't think that's anything negative to say.
If Conor versus Poirier falls apart, what in the holy hell is the backup plan? Because we saw what happened with that Yan and Sterling card, which had Amanda Nunes and what the hell's her name? Anderson. No one gives a fuck about that fight. No
I
one
kind of
cares.
did. Fun fact,
No one cares.
I actually thought that was kind of interesting. I really did. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad fight to throw on like I said, a plug and place kind of thing. You know?
What is this plug and place you keep talking
Like
about?
you're talking about if something falls out, what do they do? Are they going to move the fights up or what do they do?
So what's the backup plan?
I say they plug in.
Yeah, that's nice to say, but who?
Well, as I was saying, the Anderson Nunes fight I thought was kind of a good fight for one of those plug-in types of fights.
So could you imagine this, okay? Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier is happening. God forbid something happens. Don't worry, guys. We got the backup plan. Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson.
I mean,
let's go.
It's not the best fight in the world, but it's better than some other
Think
fights
about
that they
that.
could have thrown in there.
Could you imagine? Like, that is like just jerking off right
That was
before I'm
supposed
about to
be
jizz.
a main event of UFC 256, Moss.
Right before I'm about to jizz, Jesse. Right before you stop. I'm like, and then you say, here's Amanda Nunes
Wait a
versus
minute.
Megan Anderson.
So, okay, that was supposed to be the main event for UFC 256. So now you're telling me you wouldn't even like it as a plug-in for a co-main event?
Jesse, let me make this very clear to you. I like Amanda Nunes. She's a beast. But let's be serious. That fight is stupid. It's stupid. She's going to maul Anderson.
But, okay.
She's going to drag the Amazon down to the
Speaking in
ground
terms
and
of
beat her
saving
fucking
a
face into
card.
the mat.
Speaking in terms of saving a card.
That doesn't save the card. It's very obvious what's going to happen. It's obvious. Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson's a dumb fucking fight. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of pay-per-view dollars.
Man, I disagree. I don't think it's a bad fight.
You're saying if Megan Anderson and Amanda Nunes swoops in because Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier fall apart because of, whatever, that's fine?
Obviously it wouldn't be remotely as close to as good as the Conor McGregor Poirier fight. However, in terms of saving the card, I wouldn't complain about it.
Uncle Yosh, what kind of crack are you on? What are you intaking that you think Megan Anderson would win? What in God's name? Please. Stop it. Megan Anderson will not win. I put it on Twitter and I was getting lit up by people. It's a fight. You can't just say she's going to lose. That's why we watch it. You're a casual.
People were saying this to you?
Yeah, I got a couple of those. Listen.
What? That doesn't make any sense. That's the whole point of making your picks.
No, it's not making picks. I went in there and threw a little joke, a little zinger.
What'd you say?
Well, I said instead of sleeping in a hospital bed that night, you'll be sleeping in your own bed.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
I remember that.
That's what I said to Megan Anderson. Didn't respond to me, but some other fucking schmucks did.
Yeah.
And yeah. Megan Anderson, just think about that cozy, warm bed. Just move on. You don't want to get your freaking face bashed in by Amanda Nunes because you know that's gonna happen. You know it. So that's gonna be the answer. Like, it's just weird.
But you're missing what I'm saying. I said obviously it's not going to be as good as McGregor Poirier. Obviously it's not going to sell nearly as much, and obviously people are not going to be happy about not being able to see that fight. However, if we're just speaking in terms of plugging in a fight that people might be remotely entertained by, it's not a bad fight to plug in there. And this goes for any card and any fight.
Megan Anderson versus Amanda Nunes. If you want to put that thing together, make that the third from the top. Or even a co-main event. I'm cool with that. But
you just said you don't like it as a co-main event.
Don't want it as a main event. At all. I don't want that as a main event. Amanda Nunes is the greatest female fighter of all time. She did what she had to do. She is so far ahead of everyone else. And Megan Anderson coming in and losing again a big fight. I don't have any interest in that. At all. At all.
I don't know.
And her podcast sucks. Let's be honest.
You watch it?
I've seen bits and pieces.
You don't watch
and
it.
she's like, hey, Megan Anderson, here's my picks.
She's not talk like that.
Let me put some makeup on. I'm Megan Anderson. What the hell am I watching here? And why are you talking like this? The UFC has done a fantastic job
Yeah.
during this pandemic at matching fights, putting fight nights together. Great job.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to get on the UFC right now. What I'm saying is I don't understand where we're going.
Honestly,
I don't understand this.
I don't think that they're going anywhere. I think they're on their last limb. They know that they're going to be ending this year pretty shitty.
So then make it a fight night.
Well, no, they still have to have one more pay-per-view for December. They have
December
to.
should be a fight night. They've done it before. They've
What?
done it before. Make it a fight
Gone
night.
December without a pay-per-view?
The
When?
December 12th card should be a fight night.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, regardless, they're still on their last limb at the end of this year. All of the cards are probably not going to be great. The Leon Edwards-KHAMZAT fight is great, but the card, some people are probably going to find a reason to complain.
The UFC fans will be stealing it. They will be December 12th. Mark my words. They will be like, you know what? I'd rather buy Christmas presents than pay for Figueiredo versus Moreno, which is a great fight. Great fight. I will pay. Jesse will pay. We'll pay together and watch it and enjoy the fights and share our commentary. But the normal fan will say, you know what? I'm good. I'd rather give little Joey a train set than fucking pay this money to watch a card that's just completely falling apart over and over again. Merry Christmas, UFC.
Now, what if they save the card? What are you going to do, Moss? You going to change your song and dance?
If they save the card, what do you mean by save the card?
What if they throw like a huge fire or 2 firefights up there at the top?
They threw Ferguson versus Oliveira, which is a very good fight. Very good fight.
So you're saying if they save the main event, you're going to change your song and dance?
I feel that here's my problem. I said that I wanted Conor to fight before the year is up, and the UFC kept on pushing him aside and said, no, January. We got fights together on December 12th. You must fight 2021.
You know what they
So
should have
look
done?
at this card. Put fucking Conor there. Like, what the hell, man? Now you can't do it. It's too late.
You know what they
But they
should've
had
done?
every opportunity to put him here. Him and Poirier. This card would be fire. Could you imagine Conor Poirier, Figueiredo Moreno, or Tony Ferguson and Oliveira? Could you imagine it like the top 3 like that?
What happened to John Jones Stipe?
Oh, John Jones is too busy eating cheeseburgers and trying to bulk up.
John Jones is bulked up. He's gotten up to 240 now. He's technically at a limit where he can fight Stipe.
You heard, I don't know if you heard the post-fight press conference with Dana White. Always insightful, this Dana White. He was talking about John Jones, and he said that he has no idea where he's fighting. He hasn't spoken to John
Heavyweight.
Jones.
He's
Nope.
made multiple posts on
This is
social
from
media.
Dana White. I am literally
Well, that doesn't mean
paraphrasing
anything.
Dana White.
That just means he hasn't talked to Dana White.
There is no communication. So right now, at this moment, Stipe Miocic will be fighting Ngannou. That's where it is.
So where is that fight? Why is Ngannou only fought what?
That is the fight
a
right now.
couple seconds in his last fight, and he hasn't been able to pick up another fight with anybody? That's bullshit.
Listen, that's the fight.
But that's
Izzy, that ship has sailed. He's fighting Yan, right?
Yeah.
Not Yan Blachowicz. So with that going down, John Jones could keep eating his cheeseburgers and building muscle.
Okay.
He's not even talking
so
to
hear
Dana
what I'm
White.
saying. So even if John Jones is not the answer, and it is Stipe Ngannou, why don't they plug that in?
Plug what?
The December card.
Stipe Ngannou?
Yeah.
Can't.
Why?
Stipe's not ready. Stipe will be ready.
Stipe's not ready.
Yeah, Stipe will be
What?
ready. Stipe, you asked me a question.
Okay,
Would you
go.
like an answer? Stipe will
Well, I mean,
be
you've been
ready in
talking
like
over me all night.
Stipe will be ready in like March or some shit like that.
When did he say that?
He said that many months ago.
Many months ago.
Yes.
That's an excuse.
What do you mean it's an
I'll be
excuse?
ready in like 6 or 7 months, half the year, guys. Wait for me.
He's not ready.
No,
I don't know what you want me
he
to
is
say.
ready. He's scared to fight Ngannou because Ngannou is the kryptonite.
I don't understand your point.
Ngannou would destroy him. I'm saying
He beat Ngannou.
I'm saying no. Ngannou would destroy him in the next fight, 100%. If they put Stipe and Ngannou together early, that would be a fight that they could put in December. Or to answer your question, if God forbid something happens to Conor Poirier, that would be a fight that they could put in.
I don't
there.
understand your point. Stipe is not ready to fight in December. So what is your
I
point?
believe Stipe is ready. He's just making excuses.
You believe Stipe is in what logic is this?
I didn't say logic. I said I believe.
Listen, I believe I could fly. You
Good
see
for
me,
you.
see
Go
me flying
try.
around the studio? No, it's not happening. All right.
Oh, you're such a fucking smart
So
ass tonight.
Stipe filling in, you know that's an impossibility. So you would have to figure something else out. And the UFC would have to figure something else out. But they don't have any answers. You know why? Because Conor McGregor should have fought in January. He was ready to go. He said, I'm
He was
ready to
fighting in
rock.
January.
And I mean, not January, December, excuse me. He was ready to go in December. Before the year is up, he said, I wanted to fight. Dustin Poirier would have signed that fucking contract, and they would have moved on. The reason why Dustin Poirier was holding out wasn't because he wasn't getting enough money for that one fight. He wanted to extend his contract with championship terminology in there. So Dustin Poirier wanted to extend it. He wanted to solidify himself with the UFC. So that was the problem. They could have locked that up, thrown it in December, and saved the fucking card. Made this thing a banger.
You're so high on this Conor thing that I feel like there's
that was the
options.
answer. That was the answer. The UFC fucked up. They dropped the ball because they wanted him in January. They dropped the freaking ball. Complete mishap by the UFC. And God forbid, what about this? Let me tell you something else here. Figueiredo, you're asking a man who's had trouble making 125 before to turn it right back around. What if he misses weight?
I don't think he will.
Then who's Moreno fight?
He's already at that weight limit. He just has to maintain it for the next month.
Think about this. Does the fight still go on if Figueiredo misses weight?
I mean, yes, I think it would.
So what the hell's the point? What kind of pay-per-view are you selling? Mess. They literally just made a complete mess. They shit all over the floor. Now someone's got to clean it up. Who's going to mop up the UFC shit? Who's mopping it up? We're just assuming Figueiredo's going to jump right back into another fight and make that weight no problem. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Or you take Figueiredo Moreno off, you make Ferguson Oliveira the main event of a fight night. The answer. There you go. See what the chat says.
Eddie says, Figueiredo, Cody, when you return, I'm still going to knock you out. 2 joints, pale my G bro. Kevin Lee, Biden, and McCain vetoes UFC. I regulate by an athletic commission now. The athletic commission, January, won't be there. Uncle Yosh, non-title fight between 2 no-names as the main event. Hunter Foister says, what about Volk versus Ortega?
Volk versus Ortega? I would love that too. I don't know what's going on with Volkanovski.
Uncle Champ says, Uncle Champ can't argue with that. I even asked my wife if she thought Megan and Valentina were hot, and she was up in the air. I'm rolling up some sticky icky. Okay, but not in. ESPN mops it up. Dana said Stipe did our till March. Moss used Spasvic. Spasvic?
What the fuck's a Spasvic?
He isn't going to miss weight.
Oh my goodness. How dumb are you? You can't even put the sentence together, and a guy that's already missed weight against Benavidez couldn't even get the belt at that time. You are Spasvic.
Backwards toilet, about these versus your chin. You cannot sustain if we continue lockdowns for another year. Make it a fight night. I do not want to see Figgy and Moreno 3 times if Figgy is enough. UFC needs midget fights.
Oh.
Smoke the ganja or take a beats Volk.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Smash. Gonna smash.
I'm gonna beat everybody.
Gonna smash.
I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody.
I'm gonna smash everybody.
Obi-Wan.
Did the CAMZAT donation work? This is my first time donating.
Yes.
What?
I want to dance.
Obi-Wan! Obi-Wan!
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wow. Thank you, Obi-Wan. Appreciate that.
Moss, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How you feeling?
Good.
Just good. Why not?
Чудесно, чудесно.
Чудесно. All right, let's move into another story here.
All right. So let me just move this one back. X out of the payouts since we don't know that yet. So you guys know the medical suspensions for this past weekend. Ariana Lipsky suffered a facial fracture at UFC 255's loss to Shevchenko. Antonina. Saying, I still can't feel my nose. Not that anyone really cares about Lipsky, but since everyone's so high on her, I figure let's throw her in the news tonight.
How did she look so good in her last fight and then look like complete dog shit?
Well, maybe
this fight?
Shevchenko's just getting better.
Yeah, that's what Dana White was saying. Dana was extraordinarily impressed by her performance here, and I was too. She looked very good.
Impressed by your performance.
I still, Lipsky, it's weird, man. 1 minute she looks fantastic. Next minute she looks like a complete can.
According to Lucas Rezende, bloody elbow, UFC flyweight and former KSW champ ARIEL suffered a heavy loss in her last outing. Paired up against Antonina Shevchenko, the Queen of Violence was TKO'd in the second round after some fierce ground and pound from the UFC flyweight champion's sister. A couple of days after the defeat, Lipski took to her personal Instagram account to talk about the fight and revealed some unfortunate news. According to the lengthy post, Lipski had a facial bone fracture after Shevchenko landed a heavy elbow in the second round, which might put her out of commission for a while. If you click the link, you can actually see the post that ARIEL Lipski made on Instagram showing her face.
It's crazy, man. Oh, my goodness.
You know what sucks? She still looks fucking cute, man.
Well, she's not going to put an ugly picture of herself beat up. You know, she's going to put the best one forward.
Even when she's beat up, she still looks freaking cute.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl. She's got that going for her. I don't understand. Maybe she just had an off night.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's it's so weird.
So, do you want me to read the caption? But I mean, it's long. I don't know if it's necessary.
Honestly, if she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't give two fooks.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Should we read it? She's attractive, Jesse, so read it.
Thank you guys for all the support and thoughts. During the fight, everything is very intense and fast. I made some bad decisions, which it paid its toll, and I lost. But no excuses, right, guys? I was well trained and prepared by my coach, Hanato Rasta, and all the staff who have been working with me. Now what else is left to do? Get back to the gym and train and practice twice as hard and dedicate myself even harder.
Nice.
I'm 26 years old and I love what I do for a living. Everything bad that has ever happened to me, I've used as motivation and fuel. Yesterday, at the second round, while I was under my opponent, she hit me with her elbow on my left eye and I felt my face going numb right away.
Yeah, my dick was numb too.
My vision went blurred and unfocused, and suddenly everything was so painful and I could only think of protecting my left eye, hoping the pain would go away and I would get back to the fight, but I ran out of time. Resulted, I have a fracture in one of my on one of the bones of my face. Therefore, I still can't feel my nose nor the left side of my lips and mouth. It's painful to move the left eye, and I still need to stay for observation, but I'm already taking the medicines necessary. Special thanks to the UFC staff for taking care so well of its athletes during the fight week and the post-fights as well.
As long as she stays pretty, she'll stay in the UFC, Jess. You know? One off. She'll bounce back. But Antonina Shevchenko, she looked the best she's ever looked. And now she's on a multi-fight win streak, if I'm not mistaken, right? She's 9-2-0. Oh, no, she's not. She lost to Chukagian and bounced back. She needed this in the worst way. All right, we're going to start the clock very quickly. I just want to show this over here. There is a question in the chat. Jacob Charles asked a question and says, what the fuck? Yo, Moss JBH, what do you guys make of the Wilder Fury accusations? This has been going on for a little bit, and I've been diving into this a little bit more because I'm like, why is everyone starting to it's really picking up some traction, some steam. We got Mike Tyson thing coming up. I started looking into it a little bit. At first, I was like, everyone's whining and complaining about Tyson Fury. Then I watched this video on this guy saying how the glove was loose and he's hitting. Maybe we'll do a stream where we kind of dive into this more and look at the facts. There is something
sus.
There's something going on. There is something going on. And not even that Fury has a packed glove. This guy made this video on how the glove is loose and he lets it slip up his hand, and when he cracks, he's hitting you with his knuckles on, like the knuckles are on the wrist part of the glove. So there's no protection. And if you notice how he hit Wilder, a couple of times his glove bent completely back where it looks impossible for your glove to do that if your hand is in it. And he's cracking him with the bottom part of the glove. I don't know how real this is, but looking at this evidence and these pictures, it's not impossible. Boxing's a very corrupt sport.
I gotta be honest.
It doesn't surprise me.
I haven't really looked into the whole situation. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like there's so many accusations that go around, especially in boxing, that at this point, what sense does it make to even try to make sense, try to understand the situation?
Listen, remember, boxing is the most corrupt sport in the world. There is no other sport besides, I guess, college basketball. College basketball, the mafia guys got involved with that and made that a little corrupt. But boxing is the most corrupt sport in the world. To say that this is impossible is kind of...
But do we know? Like, why are we making opinions? You know, like, we don't fucking know. Who gives a fuck? Like,
I don't want to believe
Wilder is so convinced that Fury is packing his glove, then he needs to take it up with the commission.
Not packing the glove. This
okay,
evidence
then moving
that
his,
I've seen,
his fist into the wrist of the glove. Whatever these conspiracies are, if this is such a problem, it needs to be taken up with the commission. Not like, oh, let's get all the fans on board and see what they think, because it just starts all this stuff and makes people look like idiots. We don't know. Like, don't make it.
I don't know about packing the glove. I really don't know about that, and that's what Wilder was completely going off on. And Wilder, he comes across like he has brain damage. So at first, I completely dismissed it. But to completely dismiss something without even looking at both sides, like if two people are arguing about something. Do you really
care, or are you just involved because
No, I find it fascinating. No, I find it fascinating because honestly, when I first heard about this, I'm like, Wilder is a freaking knucklehead. You hear the guy talk, and you got like the guy's got CTE. The guy, there's something off here. But looking at other fighters analyze it, and I'm not talking about these boxing cunts because there's so many boxing shows have the biggest cunts, the biggest vaginas I've ever seen in my life. You jump in a boxing chat, you're getting timed out in 2 seconds.
Instantly.
If you just mention MMA in any way, they just time you out because they're the most triggered cunts. Boxing fans, boxing shows are the absolute worst. So I could understand why MMA fans would dismiss this and want to move on. But looking at some of the evidence here, it is something worth talking about. Let me just say that. I am not jumping on any side. Take a look. Look into it. You might agree that there is some fishy stuff going on here. The clock has begun. Time to save the show. We are going, 43
minutes.
43 minutes longer. Okay? And I see I see Brett like saying stop. Dude, look at the pictures. Watch this video. I wish I put it in the Discord. Take a peek at this video. There's some interesting stuff here. Really, really interesting stuff. See what happens. All right, donations coming in. Each donation that comes in, we go that much longer. We have 40, what minutes? How many?
43.
All right, so we already have 43 minutes that we're going to extend it. So if you want it longer than 43 minutes, just drop a donation. Let's get into one more story before we go into the overtime.
In the post-fight press conference, Dana White said that he'd like to see Shogun Rua retire, saying that he looked old. According to Milan Ordonez, bloody elbow, UFC 255 marked the 40th professional fight and 22nd UFC appearance for Mauricio Shogun Rua. And in the rarest moment of his storied career, the former light heavyweight champion tapped out due to strikes to Paul Craig in the second round of their rematch. Seeing Rua lose in such a dominant fashion didn't sit well with Dana White, who now wants the 38-year-old Brazilian fighter to call it quits.
Oh shit, we got overtime.
Gonna smash.
I'm gonna beat everybody.
We got some overtime. Here we go.
I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody.
I'm gonna smash everybody.
All right, smash.
Do the dance. Save the show. Smash.
Smish. We're at 52 minutes, Moss.
All right, 52 more minutes. So opening up some phone lines. We'll discuss some stuff tonight. A lot of things to talk about.
Gonna smash. Gonna smash.
I'm gonna beat everybody.
Gonna smash.
I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody.
I'm gonna smash everybody.
Oh my God.
Smash everybody.
Back to back.
Dance. Dance.
Dance. Thank you very much. Adding it. What? How many more minutes now?
That puts us at an hour and 1 minute.
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand.
Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand?
Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand.
Yeah, baby.
Save the show.
Thank
Did you
you.
hear there was a massive arrest on the Philly mob? One of the guys was named Tony Meatballs. That might be the greatest worst mafia name ever.
Tony Meatballs.
Tony Meatballs.
That puts us at an hour and 6.
Thank you very much, Uncle Savage. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Holy smokes, we're going longer tonight.
It's Tony Meatballs.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you, Jesse. A lot of things going on in the streets. Did you hear what happened to Tony Meatballs?
Tony Meatballs?
Did you hear what happened to him?
What happened?
He's in the can, Jess. Tony Meatballs in the can.
No.
Yeah, they found he was on top of spaghetti.
Oh, not
covered.
Tony Meatballs.
Yes, Roberto! It's gonna be a long night. Yes. Yes, 12. Roberto, baby.
Save the show.
Nice. All right, Jesse. Now what do we got?
136.
136. Will we make the 2 hour? Will we get rollover? We got 48 seconds left in the save. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the people that donated tonight. Absolutely wonderful. Goddamn celebrities.
Oh, look, there's a line.
We got movement. We got movement, baby. We got a bowel movement right there.
Tiny.
Check it out. I have faith. It's going to be a strong end to this year.
Look at how fucking tiny
Yes.
it is.
Yes. Okay, we're almost there, boys. They were almost there. 24 seconds left in the save. I am excited to open up the phone lines. We have a lot more stories to get to. Look at this card that's coming up this weekend. Blades versus Lewis, which no one's talking about. No word. We have
Do you care?
Derek Lewis. I do care. I'm a big Derek Lewis fan.
Unbiased. Do you care?
I am scared.
Of?
Curtis Blades. Okay, all right. Stop that.
That is loud.
Thank you so much for the extension.
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
What? Hey!
I want to ask you guys, what time is it? Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Gotta add that. Have to.
Save the show.
Thank you, Roberto.
205, Masticles.
All right, so we're going to roll over 5 minutes to the next show, Jesse. 5 minutes to the next show. That's wonderful. All right, so put the 2 on the clock. Thank you so much. And we got rollover time, so look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. All right, we're going to play our phone line song, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Open up the phone lines, have some fun, a lot of news to get to, so everyone just sit tight. Please, just sit tight. We'll be right back.
If you start a YouTube channel, Nicole, I'll watch.
Hell yeah. Arr, matey, it's me, Nicole's YouTube channel. I could see a green screen. What?
What was that?
I could see like a boat. Nicole with a championship belt and a patch. Watch me YouTube channel, matey. What?
I am so sorry, Nicole.
What? I would watch that. You wouldn't watch that?
Hello, you're live with the MMA-HOLES. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-HOLES.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Billy.
It's Sterling too. We have Sean Hart.
Hey there. What's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
Fuck you, Cole.
Gaia
Lord.
RX.
Heavy Micro Rock, D-Rust, Sean Man, Vigo, Big Bob, Basically Dragon White, Nick C, Vigo Southern Country Down, Shannon Stewart, Rogelio, Benjamin, CC 2.0, Pedophily,
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Angelone.
MMA-HOLES.
Man, what a wonderful community.
Wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. Let's have later slap dance. All
I
right.
like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
I spit on you. I spit on you. Questionable ending to that song by Upooful, but shout out to Upooful putting together that masterpiece. If anyone ever wants to put together a jingle for us that goes hand in hand with maybe a bit that we do on the show, you may be the next song on the MMA Holes. Drop it on the MMAHoles.com. Love to see what you talented Fuchs have to put together. Upooful was the creator of that one, and it is indeed
Wonderful, wonderful.
wonderful, wonderful. All right, I'm going to get the phone lines ready and rocking over here. Thank you so much for the generosity tonight. If you haven't hit the like button, let's go. Hit the likes. Let's get up to 150 likes, and we'll throw the thumbs in the air like we just don't care. Let me get the phone lines ready to rock here. Oh, by the way, Google Hangouts, which could be a problem for us, we might need a new number, is getting rid of voice. They're getting rid of the voice calls. Like, what in the holy hell? Let's see. That's, like, not cool. Oh, shit, we got a time machine coming in. We got a time machine!
Got a smartphone
and I need a time machine! Mikey! Mikey! Yeah!
White boy, you're faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch.
Fighting this weekend.
Fuck you, you hoe.
He's back.
Come and say to my face, fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You're scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch.
Bitch.
Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the
real man.
I'll fuck you till you love me.
Save the show. I love you, NH.
Mike H, thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful donation. It came after the buzzer. But listen, we got 2 hours. We're rolling over to next Monday, so don't worry about that. Thank you so much. You are goddamn beautiful. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Mike Tyson is fighting. Mike Tyson is back. And a lot of people are complaining about this. A lot of people are like, oh, it's an exhibition. Oh, there's no judges. Oh, there's going to be no outcome. They're not allowed to knock each other out and all this shit. We're still seeing Mike Tyson. You know? Like, yeah, I would like to have an outcome, of course. You know, I would like to see these. I think these, I'm going to hope.
Yeah, I think just seeing him fight is fun enough.
Just seeing him getting back in there. And I'm going to hope that he's going to take this serious, right? And him and Roy are going to slug it out. And who cares if we have a winner? We can keep score at home. Now, am I going to buy this? No. Are we going to react to it? Yes. I'm pretty sure it's going to be easy to get our hands on this. What do you think, Jesse? I mean, we're going to buy it, right? Are we buying it?
Yes, Moss.
Oh, yeah, we're buying it.
Why would you imply differently?
I'm going to have it olive. Ooh. How many... Okay. Before I start this clock... I probably should start the clock. It's 2 fucking hours, for God's sake.
Am I the only one who sucks the pimentos out of the olive first before you eat it?
Okay. So if you go over to our community poll, and we'd like to get some more votes over here. It's on the main channel, the MMA Holes. Go and give us a sub, please. If you go over to the MMA Holes and you look at this community poll.
Yeah.
We asked the people, what are they more excited about? What are they looking forward to more? The Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. fight, or Ngannou. Why am I saying it? Blades versus Derek Lewis. Okay. I'm going to put Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. I'm going to vote here. I'm going to vote right now. I haven't voted yet, so I'm voting. 66% of the people, 66 out of 429 votes, 66% say they'd rather see an exhibition fight between two 60-year-old men, or almost 60-year-old men. 34% say Blades versus
Honestly,
Lewis.
I would probably have voted the Mike Tyson thing also.
Okay. Now, if you look in the comments over here, that is a bunch of people pretty much saying that you're crazy, you know? Look at the rules and yada, yada, yada. Like so basically the people that are commenting voted this way, and they don't understand why people want to see Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. exhibition.
Now, you did bring up the rules. I do have an article on that.
Okay, well, let's dip into that because I think that's a good way to start the phone calls.
Yes.
But I understand why 66% of an MMA community, now you can still vote, get those votes in on the MMA Holes main channel. I understand why 66%, because honestly, our demographic over here is of an older group. It's in like the mid-30s to mid-40s. That's like our peak.
You're all old.
We're all old fucks, right? Mid-30s to mid-40s is basically where we are. Then we have high 20s, over there, and then it goes down from that, right?
Yeah.
Well, it goes up and down. It fluctuates. So with our demographic, it makes sense. It's nostalgic. Who gives a fuck if it's exhibition? We're just hoping that Mike Tyson goes in there and we just see that old, compact fucking hooks and uppercuts and that vicious man. Or Roy Jones Jr., a slick fucking boxer. What is he going to do against this old Mike Tyson? Like, we're just looking forward to seeing that shit, That's all it is. It's nostalgic. We don't give a crap about Logan, Jake Paul, whatever the fuck his name is, versus Nate Robinson or the other fights. That's all we care about. Now you, as this being your first Mike Tyson fight.
Live fight. I've seen him fight, but this is my first time watching him live.
It does suck that this is your first time live ever watching this. And I can understand why you would rather watch the MMA fight.
It doesn't suck to me. No, I'd rather watch the Tyson fight, not the MMA fight.
Or say your age group.
It doesn't suck to me because I think I'm more excited about the idea that I finally get to see him live. It doesn't matter.
Is it a bummer though? Like,
would I have liked to see Mike Tyson in his prime? Absolutely. Live? Yes, 100%. But I'll take it anyway. I think I'm more excited the fact that I'm going to see a live Mike Tyson fight. I don't care how it turns out or whether or not they're walking in there with wheelchairs,
At least you can say that you had the opportunity, even though he was way, 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 way past his prime, you still had the opportunity to see Iron Mike Tyson compete. Even though it was an exhibition fight, you still had the opportunity to say you've seen it with your eyeballs.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that you will be able to say, and the next generation will never be able to say. Mike Tyson.
If it weren't for this fight, I would have never been able to say it because I wasn't around with the whole Mike Tyson thing.
Yo, $40. Oh, Roberto with the 40.
I love boxing, but this card is a circus. WBC.
Yeah.
Who? Whatever. The problem in boxing is greedy promoters with different TV deals.
So, and thank you, Roberto. Roberto is a pretty big boxing fan. I think now this could be a money grab. This could be a huge slap in the face to the actual real boxing fan. I think this is more exciting for us MMA fans.
Let's be real here, though. What fight that has occurred as of late hasn't really been a slap in the face to boxing fans. If you think about it, we've always said, boxing is the sport is selling out and this and that. But now it's really selling out. So I can't really say this is going to be that nail in the coffin. I think it's already been kind of a slap in the face to fans. So
if you're a true boxing fan, you probably don't want to see Mike Tyson at this age get in there because it might be very embarrassing. To see a guy that was your idol growing up, get in there and embarrass himself. It's very possible that he embarrasses himself. Well, let's get into the story, then we'll open up the phone lines over here.
All right, so real quick, Dana White can't help but laugh at the rules and regulations for the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. fight. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen these rules already, and if you haven't, well, you're in for a nice little story.
Thank you so much, Roberto, again for that donation, man. Appreciate it.
According to Damon Martin of MMA Fighting, former champ Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. will clash this Saturday night in a special exhibition bout that is being sold as a fight between two legends, but the rules make it sound like it's entirely something else. In fact, UFC President Dana White, who counts Tyson as a close friend while also doing business with Jones Jr. in the past, had no idea at the litany of rules in place for the upcoming fight. The California State Athletic Commission Executive Director Andy Foster previously laid out the rules for the fight, which he equated to a hard sparring session between the boxers. While Tyson and Jones Jr. will not be required to wear headgear, the match will take place in an 8 2-minute rounds with no judges sitting ringside to offer scoring.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's a little absurd.
Well, in the last decade, big boxers made a fortune fighting on Mexican holidays. Lol, I wonder why.
Thank you, Roberto.
Now, hear that again, Moss. It will be 8 2-minute rounds with no judges sitting ringside to offer scoring.
So wouldn't that, and I know knockouts are not supposed to be part of this deal.
Wait,
Meanwhile,
I'll get there.
Mike Tyson's a knockout specialist. But wouldn't that mean that these guys would really want to knock each other out?
Yes, obviously. It would mean they would want to destroy each other.
So maybe it's a blessing in disguise as no judges.
Now,
you need an outcome.
No knockouts are apparently allowed either, which might be harder to enforce, but Foster made it clear that he sees Tyson versus Jones Jr. as an exhibition and nothing like a real fight.
Yeah, think about this. There is no ending. So what are they going to do? Just sit there and pitter-patter with each other? Mike Tyson's been out for a while. He's going to look to knock him out.
Now, needless to say, White couldn't help but laugh at the notion that two championship-level boxers like Tyson and Jones Jr. could limit themselves in a fight, especially one that's being promoted on pay-per-view for $50. Of course, that prompted White to discover the wagers will not be allowed for the Tyson versus Jones Jr. fight because technically it's an exhibition and not a legitimate fight. So if you're planning on putting bets and shit, forget about it.
Well, legal bets.
White was also amused after finding out that the fight won't be scored and a winner isn't expected to be announced at the end of the match.
Okay, isn't expected to be announced. What the hell does that mean? So they could still announce a winner, right?
From the sounds of things,
what if they have like one guy there saying, this guy won? That's it.
From the sounds of things, White's interest in Tyson versus Jones Jr. may be waning based around all the rules and regulations surrounding the fight. That said, considering Tyson is 54 and Jones Jr. is 51, it's hard to imagine a full-fledged boxing match that is the best idea for either fighter at this stage of the game.
Okay, listen. Is it a little crazy? Yes. But this craziness is giving me the opportunity to see Mike Tyson enter inside the ropes, step inside the ring, and just we can just reminisce.
Why is this fight even happening with these rules?
Because, listen, they're old men and they don't want to get in trouble. That's probably what it is. The commission maybe wouldn't sanction this fight.
The commission shouldn't have put it together in the first place if they were afraid of the idea of one of them getting hurt.
I don't understand what people complain about. If you don't have to pay for it, right? It's $50.
No, I'm saying why put it together if they're going to limit the fighters so much in one fight? I'm not complaining
because
that
they
the
probably
fight
won't
exists.
sanction this fight for some reason. They probably are just trying to make this a charity event, right? And they're look at Kevin. They're probably making this a charity event, and proceeds are going to be going to a good cause. I mean,
it's a charity event.
I think so. That's what Mike Tyson keeps saying. He keeps on saying. Now, I'm sure Mike's going to get paid, but I'm pretty sure some of the proceeds is going to some sort of charity for this. So, and you got Logan Paul and all his bullshit versus
I think that's
Jake
regular
Paul, whatever
rules.
the fuck his name is.
I think the Jake Paul thing is regular rules. I don't think that they have the same rules. Mike Tyson's the only.
But Jake Paul fighting Nate Robinson, like what? How do you put that fight together? It's just bizarre. No one cares about any of that undercard stuff or a co-main event or whatever the hell you want to call it. We care about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. stepping in a ring. Unfortunately, we weren't able to say that when they were closer to their prime. Let's just watch it, however you want to watch it. And just reminisce. Let's talk about Mike. Iron Mike, baby.
Iron Mike Tyson.
It was an event.
Wish I could reminisce. That's one thing that I'm disappointed about. Like, I wasn't alive for the whole Mike Tyson era. So it is going to be really fun just to see him fight.
They sanctioned Conor versus Floyd. Yeah, they sanctioned that fight because both of those fighters, well, Floyd Mayweather, yes, out of his prime, still has got a lot left. He could still fight professional fights with no problem. Conor McGregor, yes, technically an amateur boxer making his pro debut versus it. They altered some of the rules and made it happen. You got two guys that are almost 60 years old.
Speaking
60.
of Moss,
it's a big difference.
and I'll tap into this.
It's double the age.
I'll tap into it a little later because it's a little irrelevant, but it's also relevant because he brought up the Conor boxing thing.
Yeah.
His manager and Pacquiao's manager are still talking about a bout.
It's probably going to happen. And I hate it. I hate it. I really would like to see. I don't want to see him fight Dustin. And now if Khabib is still in, hanging out there, which, he says he's not, but he still has to have dinner with Dana. Still needs dinner with Dana. He needs dinner with the boss.
Oh, good.
If the Khabib thing is still there, I'm curious to see what Conor decides to do here. But the Pacquiao fight, as an MMA fan, doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't.
I kind of like it.
But I
only like it for one reason. We saw him get massacred by Mayweather. So
he didn't get massacred. Listen, Mayweather toyed with him the first couple of rounds.
There you go.
But Conor won.
Listen,
so I don't care.
Conor did not win.
Conor won the first couple of rounds. Yes, Mayweather toyed with him.
And then he got destroyed.
And then he got finished. But listen,
Conor did.
Let me be honest.
Mayweather just let him look good for the first couple of
Conor
rounds.
would never dropped.
All right,
he was eating everything and never dropped. He stood there and took a beating like a man.
Oh God!
By the 40-year-old beat him up. But
get
listen,
off of it.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. I wasn't done.
Oh, okay.
I said the reason I like the Pacquiao thing is because after seeing the Floyd Mayweather situation and seeing Conor get overwhelmed by Mayweather, I'm interested to see if he's really honed those boxing skills or if he's just gonna make a fool of himself again.
Listen, Conor could go into that Manny fight and lose to Manny and quote unquote make a fool out of himself. How do you make a fool out of yourself when you're making an abnormal amount of money, like an obnoxiously big purse just dropped on your fucking cock and balls? You're like, ow, that hurt. No, it doesn't. It feels really good. How do you make a fool of yourself? You know what's making a fool of yourself?
What?
Us peons that make no money over here making fun of him. Think about that. This guy is making a shitload of money, even if he loses. He's supposed to lose. He should lose that fight. Dustin Poirier was asked in an MMA Junkie interview, what do you think about this? And Dustin said, I would take that fight. He goes, if I beat Conor, can I have that fight?
He would take the Pacquiao fight?
Yes. Dustin said it today. I was listening.
Really?
Yeah, Dustin would take it. Any fucking MMA fighter would take a Manny Pacquiao fight or a Floyd Mayweather fight, fully knowing that there's a good chance they're going to lose that fight. Any MMA fighter would take it for the payday. Listen, guys. For you to say Conor's making a fool out of himself, no. He's making a boatload of money. That's what he's doing. Do I want to see it? No. I'd rather see him stay in MMA and do that whole thing, but what are you going to fucking... Like, would you say no? Here's a boatload of money. Fight a guy that you shouldn't beat. Okay. Let's go. Where do I sign? Where do I sign for this? Think about that. Yeah. It just shows how stupid MMA fans are.
Yeah.
Or boxing fans too. It just shows how dumb. It's like, oh my God, he's making a shitload of money. How dare he?
Hey, Justin, I'm not a big fan of bossy people. Maybe you should just enjoy the show until the line's open.
By the way, Khabib time in the chat saying I'm so biased. Your boy Khabib wants to fight against Mayweather. He was begging for that fight.
No, he wasn't begging for it.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. No, he was not begging for it. He said he would take the fight, and he was talking about it when asked, but he did not beg for that fight. No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Show me where he begged.
Ali Abdelaziz put it out there, and Khabib was saying it too. Khabib was trying to go.
The king of taking the shine of his
Khabib
fighters.
was going back and forth on social media with Floyd Mayweather. How we forget?
That's a back and forth. That's not begging. He didn't beg for that fight. Show me the tweet where he begged.
He said over and over again on multiple occasions that he wanted the Floyd Mayweather fight. What are you talking about?
Show me where he begged him.
Look it up. Look it up.
I'd love to know where he begged him. You got Twitter right there.
Oh, boy.
Show us.
Oh, boy. Short-term memory. Khabib, Mayweather. Okay? Here's all the stories you want. Which one do you want to click on, Jesse?
No.
Which one you want?
I told you, show me where he begged him. Not show me where he said, I'll fight him. Show me where he begged him.
He wants to fight Conor and Khabib in the same night, Floyd.
That's saying I'll fight them. That's not
Floyd
begging
Mayweather Jr. That's what he wants.
When did he beg him?
Listen, Jesse.
Show me where he begged him.
Come on.
All he's saying is I'll fight him. That's not begging.
Reveals the real reason why Floyd Mayweather a mega fight fell through.
That's not begging.
Okay, why did it fall through? He wanted the fight. Why did it fall through? Read the article.
You're not on the article. You gotta scroll.
Starts right here.
You just click something else.
Oh, what the fuck? What kind of article? Here we go.
Khabib called out money for a mega fight after he defeated fierce rival McGregor at UFC 229 in 2018. The 31-year-old Russian star claimed that he told the UFC that a contract is more important than money. Khabib explained, "They told me, yes, you'll be scolded, fine, but we'll take care of all the fines. I told them that for me, a contract is more important than money, and we can't have an agreement with the UFC if they're willing to break it. I'm not aware of the UFC's own position on the Mayweather fight." Khabib's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, revealed earlier this year... Wait, what are you doing?
Sorry.
This year that the Eagle had been offering a staggering $100 million to fight McGregor or Mayweather in Saudi Arabia. Let's see. They met... I know some people in Saudi Arabia right now. They met with me. They want to pay $100 million to fight Conor in Saudi Arabia. They want to pay $100 million for Khabib to fight in Floyd in Saudi Arabia. Former 5-weight world champ Mayweather teased in 2019 that he would be coming out of retirement in 2020. He added in a separate Instagram post, "Dana White and I are working together again to bring the world another spectacular event in 2020. Okay.
And this is all that bullshit.
While nothing has officially been confirmed over Mayweather's comeback, UFC President Dana White has revealed the boxing legend wants to fight again. He told Yahoo Sports, "Floyd wants to fight. He wants to fight. We're going to probably listen. I'm dealing with all the fucking shit or the shit that's going on with 2020 right now. Floyd and I want to work together. We want to do something. We're going to do something."
They're going to do something.
Nowhere did I see Khabib begging.
Khabib was begging him, Jesse.
Yeah.
Begging him.
Yeah, you're so fucking full of
They
shit.
were going back and forth on Twitter begging. I don't
my
have
God.
time to dig this bullshit up.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Because you
Deal
know
with
he's
it.
not begging.
He was begging him.
All he said was,
so
"I'll fight him."
The point of the story, Jesse, is any MMA fighter would take the Floyd Mayweather fight or Pacquiao. They would take the beating for the paycheck.
Yes.
That's the point of the story, for God's sakes. So everyone complaining about Conor fighting Pacquiao, yes, I get it, man. You want to see him fight in MMA. That's what I want to see. I want to see him win that belt, defend the belt, yada, yada, yada. What's going to happen? What's going to be like, "Nah, I don't want the money over there. I want the prize." No, fuck that. He wants the money. He already won 2 belts. He already won. He won the 145, won the 155. Yeah. He can retire and just ride off into the sunset and just drink his proper 12
I like the little face he
and
made.
bang his prostitutes and do blow. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah, he's just having some fun, making some cash. It's a big deal. All right, let's open up the phone lines at 516-522-0267. Let's talk about Mike Tyson. Why are we always circling back around to this fucking McGregor bullshit? You talked about Pacquiao. Let's talk about McGregor versus Poirier, the fight that's actually happening
Oh, no, we
next.
circled around to it because it's a news story.
Fuck the news.
And you were talking about Conor and boxing.
We need to find out. There we go. We need to find out what you guys think. Who's going to win that fucking fight?
716, you're live with the MMA holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
It's a gah.
What's up, Sanosi?
What's up?
How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, what's on your mind?
Not much. For the whole discussion about the whole not Mayweather, sorry, I have to get mixed up boxing thing now. The whole Jones and Tyson thing. Honestly, I am not paying $50 for an exhibition fight. I'll watch it my own way. Otherwise, if it was like how it was normally advertised, oh, definitely. But I'm not going to watch a boring exhibition fight.
Yeah, so hold on a second. So you're not going to find it on the dark web?
Oh, I didn't say I wasn't doing it. I'm just not paying for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Listen, I have a feeling...
I'm not paying $50.
I don't blame you, because you're paying $50 for one fight that's not even a fight, right? So it's like, I'll find my ways.
Yeah. I mean, those guys are the era of shit of why I did boxing for a while, so yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
But yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. But speaking of poles, I think the reason also why they rank higher on the pole than Lewis and Blades is there's a big reason. There's only 2 ways that fight's gonna go with the Black Beast. Either we're going to see him do what Francis Ngannou did to him, or the more likely thing, he's going to get grapple fucked to death.
Mm-hmm. So,
and I hate thinking of that.
Yeah, listen, I love the Black Beast. I'm all Black Beast. I pick him every freaking fight. This is the first fight in a long time. That I am picking against him. I am picking Curtis Blades by blanket, like by absolute blanket. This is a kryptonite fight. Yes, Derek Lewis can catch him, and his takedown defense has gotten better, but Blades is no. If Daniel Cormier was able to do what he was doing, Curtis Blades is going to make it look even easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. He's dealing with a younger dude who's bigger. If Daniel, who is basically a midget in that division, can ragdoll him, I'm sorry, Curtis Blades is going to do just as bad, if not worse. The only difference is he's not going to finish him unlike that DC could do. That's the difference.
It's going to be interesting. I honestly think that Blades is going to have a chip on his shoulder, and I think he might actually finish him, which is it's freaking nuts. I hate thinking this way, and I hope I'm completely wrong, but like I said, I've been on the Derek Lewis train. I always pick him to win. The last 5 or 6 fights, I've been picking this guy to win, completely biased, and being so biased, being realistic, you got to realize that Blades has what it takes to make Lewis lose easily.
Yeah, it's the only way it's not going to happen is he has to catch him early. He has to catch him early out of nowhere. He has to basically gun him. But I think honestly, that happened to him twice in a row. So I don't think he's gonna. Those 2 losses, he's not gonna let another person who has similar strength do that to him.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Jess? Oh, I'm sorry. I caught Jess on. You were looking at. Oh, she was looking at the screen, so I thought she was listening, but she's not. Wait, hold on. Let's see where she is right now. Jesse, it's a beautiful tree you have behind you. It's pink. The leaves are still falling. What's going through your mind right now? Are you high?
All right, move on.
All right, Jesse has nothing to say. Anything else, Sanosi?
Yeah. Well, just to end off that one, and then I'll get to the last thing about the pay-per-view coming up. I will say, Lewis, one thing compared to Ngannou, he does do weird movements like flying knees and stuff, so he could catch him in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lewis is weird with all that crazy whimsical shit that he throws. It's a big boy. It's odd to look at, and he could catch him. Listen, he's got doesn't he have the most knockouts in heavyweight, if I'm not mistaken, Derek Lewis? So he's got the power, he's got the pop, he's got that comeback heart. I don't know. I'm nervous.
But anyway, the whole the next pay-per-view card coming up, I think Figueiredo right now is a scary dude. If he can do well here, not only does he set a record for how fast he does it, I think he can honestly catch the Mighty Mouse's record in no time if he keeps doing it with his 3-4 fights a year.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is actually very high on Figueiredo. It says he can be a guy. He'll be there for a while. So Mighty Mouse is actually realistically praising the man in Figueiredo holding the belt. I think what's going to happen though is I think eventually he's going to move up. I think eventually he's going to go to 135 if he holds onto the belt for a little while. With his style, the UFC might like to do a Henry Cejudo type deal where he moves up and tries to challenge someone else at top at 135. So I think that will be the difference between him and Mighty Mouse.
The days of the long title reigns are done. It's the double champ age.
Yeah, because they want to get paid. You know, like I don't blame these fighters for wanting to do that. I would like to see a guy sit there and reign as champion and be like, oh, who's gonna beat this guy? But yeah, that ship has sailed.
Not to mention, let's be honest, other than maybe 2-3 more fights, he's gonna clean the division out fast.
Yeah, you think so?
Finishes them all off.
Yeah, considering they did let a lot of guys go and stuff, they have to kind of rebuild it a little bit. Once he defends a couple of times, yeah, who's next? You know, it's going to be tough. So yeah, that's probably when he will move up.
But yeah, right now I think the card's cursed a little bit because I mean, look, regardless of what we want to say about Nunes, that fight got canceled. We just lost another one with Petr Yan. If this gets canceled, you might as well cut it. The only way the card will be saved is it's a long shot, and I know it's very unlikely, but considering he did it on almost a week notice, Jorge and Colby.
Yeah, so they're kind of getting on my nerves, and it looks like they're getting on Dana White's nerves too. Anytime he's asked about them, he's like, nothing's done. They have like a date for the Ultimate Fighter, but how is there no fight locked up between those two? It doesn't make any sense. I'm starting to believe that that's never going to happen, that fight.
I don't think Dana wants it.
What? No, Dana wants it.
I think he wants
Jorge.
I think he wants the crowd holding.
You think Jorge's running?
I think Jorge don't want it. I think he doesn't want that smoke.
Maybe Dana wants to wait for a crowd, like Snossi said.
Crowd, Ultimate Fighter, something that will be extra money that you can make off a fight that big.
Yeah, I mean, Jorge has proven that he can get some pay-per-view buys too. So I mean, when he fought that pay-per-view, the 3-title pay-per-view with Usman, was there a crowd for that? I can't remember.
No,
there wasn't, right?
Nope, that was just. I mean, that was the middle of the pandemic, but even then, he made 1 million buys about it, if I recall.
Yeah, so a crowd really doesn't mean much. Jorge he's found a way to market himself right. I just think it's just not a smart career move for Jorge Masvidal. Like he's able to pick and choose these big money fights. Like if he goes against a Nate Diaz or something, he would make a hell of a lot more money than he would make against a more risky Colby Covington who will ragdoll him. You know? So I think right now Jorge is going to be like, if I take this Covington fight, you better make damn sure you're paying me big bucks. If not, I'm looking elsewhere.
And UFC cannot ensure that with the pandemic losses of money. So, yeah.
That's probably the problem.
But, yeah, other than that, if Fig goes, this card could potentially get canned. Because I looked at all the champions. Yeah, we're screwed. There's no champions left. That's why Figueiredo was such a desperation move, because they probably realized, well, damn, we cannot. This is our last hope, because everyone else is booked up or canceled or injured.
Yeah, it's a mess. I can't really shit on them too much, because what they did during this pandemic was fantastic. It's just a matter of these last 2 pay-per-views have kind of nosedived, and now we're starting to feel the effects of them loading up these cards, putting on so many events, and now it's kind of getting watered down. So hopefully January stays together, and if that stays together, then we're good. Like I said, if that main event falls apart in January, that's a problem.
There's nothing else in that card. There's only a little bit of that. Don't get me wrong. For any hardcore, yeah, there's some pain. But for the casuals and stuff, it's like, the value of that card sinks if Conor goes. There's nothing close. Yeah,
if they're not able to sell pay-per-views and there's no gate, you got to think the UFC, after taking hit after hit, eventually, like, where is the money coming from? You know, they have ESPN paying them, and they have their sponsors and whatever, but they're losing money already with the gate. If they're losing the pay-per-view buys, like, how are they going to pay their fighters? Unless they just have
Venom.
What's that?
That Venom deal's coming up.
Yeah, when is that starting? In January? Is it?
So I don't know what month.
I just know
it starts in 2021.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the beginning of the year. Who knows? We'll find out.
Close now.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Snossi. Thanks for the call, man.
Yep. Peace.
That's Snossi. He is the man. The last $500 donator. He is the person that made it the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona.
Wonderful, wonderful.
516-522-0267. Give us a call. Oh, hold on a second. Let me play this before we take that call. Sorry about that, Roberto.
Wonderful.
Much apologies.
Mayweather missed weight on purpose on a catch weight versus Marquez paid him the difference. He made above $30 million. He made Canelo drain on a fight at a 154 weight limit, made him come down. That's an amazing cheat.
Man, that guy, he's got all the cheat codes. The guy is a brilliant man. He comes across as a complete knucklehead, but he is a smart businessman. All right, 516-522-0267. Thank you, Roberto. Going ham tonight. Yo, Roberto moving that thing. Look at that, Jess. Yo, we were a little nervous, and look at that, Jesse. We're making moves on our goal. We're going to hit that shit. All right, 516-522-0267. Give us a call. Hold on a second. Let me put this past me for aesthetic reasons. There we go. Okay. Give us a call, please. We'd love to speak to you and know your thoughts on anything that we were speaking about tonight. The fight card that happened, UFC 255. You got Tyson versus Jones. Yes, boxing. Yes, exhibition. Love to know your thoughts on that. JBH, any things that you would like to talk about? Blades, Ngannou. I keep on saying Ngannou. Jesus,
know, it's
Derek
weird,
Lewis.
right?
Yeah, I keep on calling Lewis Ngannou. It's mixing
That's
my blacks
very
up.
racist, Moss.
I know. They all
You're
look the
such
same.
a racist. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, yo, it's Tony Meatballs. I'm out on bail. Just gave the judge some of my homemade meatballs. Didn't let me out. What's going on? How you doing?
That is quite the Italian accent, Jess. Jess, what do you think?
Yo, what's up?
How you doing, drunk?
Shit. You know, I know I didn't see the whole fucking card on Saturday, but goddamn, why is nobody talking about the first fucking fight? That was like, I think, the best fight on there.
The first fight on Saturday, let me think. Oh, yeah, it started off really fun. But isn't that the fight that stalled? Like, it started off so good, and then they got it completely gassed? Let me look again.
Yeah, they gassed a little, but it was still a fucking good fight all the way through.
Yeah.
I mean, the Russian was getting his ass kicked at first, and then he came back and fucking smashed that guy.
Yes. That was the fight. Yeah, where it was complete fire, absolute fire. And then the script flipped, and what's his face? Palatnikov gets the W. Yeah, it was a pretty impressive win.
Yeah, I hope that one got fucking fired in the night.
I don't know who got the bonuses, Just.
That's a good question. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't freaking know. By the way, how about Alan Joban too? Alan Joban, very impressive comeback win. As much as I can't stand the guy, he looked good.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I want to see him get his ass kicked so bad.
Joaquin Buckley got the fight of the night.
Yeah, we got to talk about that too.
And Palatnikov performance of the night.
Yes. Oh, so you did get performance of the night.
Yeah.
Well, how about
good.
that? The first fight, guy gets performance of the night. That's something. That's pretty special.
Yeah.
Why not?
I was getting worried when he came out with no neck beard, because he had neck beard in his picture. That's why I picked him.
Oh, yes. I mean, you would think that was a critical mistake, but it turned out well. I'm not sure, why wouldn't Shevchenko get the performance of the night, though? I feel, she had a lot to prove in that fight, and I think the way she put that thing, finished that thing, I think she deserves it a little bit more, to be honest.
Oh, come on. She was never going to lose that fucking fight. I mean, other than, what's her name? The fucking manly bitch that came out from 115. The Brazilian chick.
The Brazilian chick that came...
She looks like a man. She just came up from 115.
Oh, there's so many of those.
Andrade.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, which one?
She's the only one that's got really a chance at flyweight, I think, to beat her. That's why the sisters fight.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? So, Antonina, you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, unless they fight, that's the only other person other than Andrade I could see beating her.
It's funny. Antonina never done anything to really look spectacular. She's kind of looked meh. She lost to Roxy. She lost to Chukagian. I mean, both are tough girls, but they're not top tier girls, And I'm actually shocked the way Lipsky came out of her last fight. I thought she had a little momentum. She looked pretty feisty and fiery, and Antonina made it look easy. So maybe she's coming into her own now and finding herself.
But, I mean, who would know Valentina better than her own sister?
Yeah. Could you imagine, though, if there was some way that these two could tango? That'd be something else. That would be
the memes I could see. Incest, fucking Beaver Bash sisters.
That's some warrior shit, and not for nothing. You got to think Valentina would take the fight. Because these two are killers. Wouldn't that be something else?
I don't think they would fight each other.
Oh, God, I would love that.
Well, who is it that always says they're not really sisters, they're lesbian lovers? Is it Chrome?
I mean, maybe. They might scissor every once in a blue moon, Maybe. I don't know. That'd be something else, though. Imagine two sisters going at it. The first sisters to ever fight on the same card. They both catch wins. Could you imagine, though, if that lined up? Now, I keep forgetting how old Antonina is. She's 6 years old.
Damn.
That's crazy. This bitch better make a run soon before she freaking, I don't know, she blows her hip out or some shit.
Yeah, what happens when she actually earns a title shot? Is Valentina going to, go to another weight move up, or just be like, sorry, bitch, but you have to wait till I retire?
I would imagine that's probably going to happen. The deal probably is if Antonina ever makes some moves and gets up to that top contender spot, yeah, Valentina could move around and switch weight classes and kind of dodge her, but it would be so great to watch those two dance.
But, fucking Figueiredo, he's going to be the first fighter to ever headline 2 cards back to back.
Yeah.
as a champion.
It's crazy, huh? Who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Nobody else has fucking done that. I mean, I don't know if that hurts him or it's gonna be good for him. That he's kind of on a roll right now. 2 finishes. People might be interested in him. See how he does in the 3rd fight.
Yeah. What are you drinking tonight, drunk? What do you got? What's on the menu?
It's whiskey like usual.
Okay. I was just wondering what's going. If you're switching it up. Have you switched it up lately, or you're keeping it?
Yeah, go to vodka every now and again.
Yeah. Yeah, whiskey, you can't go wrong. You really can't. Is there a specific, on a specific night, do you try to say, okay, this is whiskey night, this is vodka night, or do you just, whatever happens that day?
Yeah, it depends on the night, what I'm in the mood for.
What time do you start?
Most nights, I don't know, depending on the night, maybe 10.
10 o'clock, okay. So, I'm trying to
10
figure...
a.m.?
No. 10 a.m.
I wish. No, I can't drink in the morning. Or at least not hard alcohol in the morning.
So let's
I could do beer in the morning.
Let's go through the process here. So it's nighttime, it's dinner time, right? You throw down some dinner. Do you have dessert?
I'm not too big on dessert.
No. Okay. So how long after dinner, or are you having a couple of drinks with dinner? Like, how does it work? Do you have a little period between dinner? Do you digest?
I don't really drink with dinner unless I'm out at a restaurant, and maybe I'll grab a beer or two, but that's about it. I'm waiting for like a nice steak or something.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure. So when you have dinner, so say for instance tonight, right? What did you have for dinner? Oh, hold on a second.
Smash.
Get smashed.
Gonna smash.
I'm gonna beat everybody. I'm gonna finish 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 everybody.
I'm gonna smash everybody.
Wow, Obi-Wan tickling it tonight.
Jesse, Mystic is lucky to have you. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys helped me in ways that you don't know. You don't know me, but I know you, even the chat. I have to do my homework now. Yes, I am a nerd, hence the name Obi-Wan.
That was super nice.
Well, it's not.
I'm lucky to have Mystic.
She is. It's not nerdy to do homework. It's part of life. Good luck with your homework. Now back to drunk. Thank you, Obi-Wan. So you have dinner, right? And how long did we wait from dinner to the first drink?
I told you it started like 10 o'clock or 11.
And dinner was what time?
Normally it's, depending on when you guys are on, it's like after 7 most of the time.
Okay, so after 7.
So you wait about 3 hours before you start drinking?
Yeah, so what happens in the...
I don't believe this
I'm trying to figure out...
I got shit to fucking do. I gotta, clean up after dinner, do dishes, fucking other shit.
I don't believe it.
That's a big window. There's a lot. There's a big gap there. We're trying to figure out.
There are times that you've called in earlier and you've sounded wasted.
Yeah, we're trying to figure this out. There's something not right here.
Yeah, well, sometimes when I start drinking, I take big gulps. Let's just say that.
Okay. All right. So there's something going on in between. We're not going to find out tonight what that is.
But I start at 10 and I go to about 4. So.
Okay. All right. Just curious. All right. Anything else on your mind?
Yeah, the fucking Tyson fight. I mean, it's cool seeing Tyson go back, but how you gonna take away the man's right to KO fucking Jones? It's just not right. I mean, that's like saying to Damian Maia, you can't submit this guy.
Sorry, I'm eating an olive. I think the rules are ridiculous. I do. But I understand, and I'm going to give Tyson the benefit of the doubt. I'm really fearful of him swinging for the fences in the first round and a half, and then just watching him huff and puff for the next couple of rounds as Roy Jones just picks him apart. That scares the hell out of me.
No, I don't think Tyson would come back if that was the case. He wouldn't embarrass his legacy like that. I mean, he's making good money off his fucking weed, and he's got his little cartoon show on with that Adult Swim. So he's not hurting for money. I mean, so I don't think he'd come back unless he could perform. Now, I think this is just tip of the iceberg. I think he might do a real fight against maybe Shannon Briggs or someone.
When Tyson...
Gonna smash.
Oh, shit. Get ready to dance, friends.
Smash.
Hit the like button. Hit the like.
I'm gonna beat everybody. I'm gonna finish 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 everybody.
This donation's a hit, Jesse. It's a hit. It's a smash hit. It's a smash hit.
What is this?
I'm dancing, Jesse. It's
The
my
lack
move.
of heavy slurring is disappointing drunk. Hope you get in later and redeem yourself.
Vlad's rooting for you. Yeah. You have anything to say to that? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, another one. Truck.
I'm gonna beat everybody. I'm gonna finish 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 everybody.
On a Monday night.
I'm gonna finish everybody.
I'm gonna smash everybody.
Oh, they really like that one.
Oh, yes.
One more time for the boys.
Yeah!
Pulling for Mystic on Fook Off Friday.
I like that Obi-Wan guy. I like Star Wars, too, so we're on the same boat, buddy. All right, Drunk. So Vlad's hoping that you're going to be a little more slurred in your second appearance.
Yeah, probably. But while we're on the subject of donation, I say if you do make a 10K donation, bring back Tyrone Woodley song.
Bring back
somebody.
Wait,
yeah,
you're
give him something to shoot for.
You're suggesting actually make a donation song for 10K?
No. He's saying bring
Yeah,
back
why not?
Woodley.
Let's do it. Maybe that, what's that guy, Mr. Beast, will come around one day.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Mr. Beast,
Yeah,
if you're
let's
watching.
We'll make a 10K donation song and let it sit in the description for the rest of our lives.
Listen, I will fake. I don't know what the fuck I'll make. I'll make something crazy. That'd be nuts. If we ever got a 10K.
Some rich people can fucking come along, see a stream, and see that, and be like, yeah, I'm a baller, motherfucker. Let me drop that shit.
Right now,
Never
everyone
know.
DM Mr. Beast immediately. Immediately. All right.
I like
No, I've tried Messenger, man. He doesn't respond.
Oh, what a cunt. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, yeah. So
What were we talking about? Yeah,
we're talking about
Tyson.
Tyson, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so disappointing that, if he gets... I mean, what if he, KOs him, in the first fucking round or something? Or just, with a complete KO, or does he just, knock him down and, it's
CBD.
okay, it's over?
Hold on.
CBD.
Hold on, Drunk.
CBD,
You're bringing in the money. Look at this. Roberto now.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after fight training and make your life a better place.
Does Brett lives in the United States? He's ready for war. Call got me upset. Mexicans alone will get you, buddy. Do your research.
Brett Baratheon, Roberto's talking to you. What's going on in there?
Okay. Look at that. Brett, is he going after Brett there? What's the deal? Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate that. Drunk, were you dialing the phone with your nose while that donation came in?
Beep.
No.
No, I heard some beeping going on. Or Morse code to the community, maybe.
That didn't come from me.
Well, we don't have buttons on our ends, so...
Where did it come from?
I didn't hear no beeping.
Oh, you didn't hear that? Beep. Okay.
No.
Hit one of the buttons on your phone right now. I just want to hear something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, what else is on your mind?
Fuck. What? God damn, you threw me off. The goddamn Tyson thing. I mean, yeah, is it going to be a standing 8 count that if they can't reach it, then that's a disqualification? Or what? If he has to be completely knocked out?
I mean, that's what I would assume, because they said there's no knockouts, but they're still probably going to get knocked down. So I would assume there's still a count of some sort.
I heard there's no ref either. There's no judges and no ref.
No, there's a ref.
There's not even ropes. So when they get hit,
there's got to be refs break them up from the clinching. There's got to be a ref.
How big are the gloves too? Aren't the gloves a little big too? How many ounces?
Probably 8 ounce at least.
I would hope they're 8 ounces, but I don't think they are. I think they're probably gonna be like 20 ounces. They're gonna be big,
20 ounce.
They're gonna be carnival gloves. How many ounces are the gloves?
I don't know.
You know? Look at Google.
Kiwi says 16.
16 ounces. Think about that.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, so now we're saying
They really don't want.
Yeah, Tyson's how's he gonna knock him out? I mean, listen, Tyson hits like a truck, but 16-ounce gloves, and then you got Roy Jones Jr. who can dance around that. Wow, it's 16 ounce? Is that true? Is that even possible? Now they're saying 12.
Like those fucking foxy boxing gloves that they give the girls.
Yeah.
Bikinis.
I'm thinking like those big stuffed gloves, like big carnival gloves.
Oh,
they can't even lift their hands up.
This fight is just so disappointing.
Jesse's looking it up now.
12-ounce gloves.
Okay, 12. Okay. It's fair.
Whatever.
Fair enough.
All right, I took up enough time. Let somebody else call in.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Later, Slapnuts.
Yes.
Later, Slapnuts.
All right, so it's 12-ounce gloves. Okay. Not bad. That could do some damage. 516-522-0267. Hey, thank you for the donations tonight. Look at that. Woo!
Hey,
yeah,
thank
baby.
You for the little smudge.
Yes, you fucking moving. You're moving the chains.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, fuck that.
What, Kevin?
I got to talk about these UFC cards lately because, for me personally, I don't expect them to put on great cards week after week. Can't put them this many weeks in a row. You can't put them out. That's impossible to ask. And I'm fine with that. But I don't like being bullshitted to. I don't like being lied to.
Correction, you don't like being gaslighted, right? You don't like being gaslighted.
Yep. Gaslighted, that's it. I don't like being gaslighted. I don't like being bamboozled.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to just go over this card last week. Started off with Paul Craig versus Shogun Rua. That was just pathetic and sad to see. Shogun Rua, he shouldn't be fighting anymore. Dana White said it. He wants to see him retire.
I agree.
Then we had Caitlin Chukagian versus Cynthia Calvillo.
Worst fight of the night.
Great fight. You talking about the chat was lighted? They were lit up.
The absolute worst.
It was a fun one, right? It's a fun fight. Fun card, fun fight. Yeah, it's just fun, man. Exciting fight, fun, exciting card.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tune in. It's all good. Yeah, no, shit card. And then we've seen Tim Means versus Mike Perry. Tim Means, 36-year-old journeyman, who got knocked out 2 fights ago against Daniel Rodriguez.
Hold on. You're donating to yourself. Hold on.
I have to admit it finally. I'm a corny, never been in a fight, incel. Yes, I'm a simp. I'm an incel, simp. I live in my grandma's basement. I'm requesting that when I call in the chat room types incel. #incel. And yes, I lost to a girl in a fight.
Is this true?
Okay, as I was saying...
Kevin, you've been so open with us tonight.
Tim Means versus Mike Perry. Remember 2 fights ago, Tim Means got knocked out by Daniel Rodriguez. And he's on the main card pay-per-view while Daniel Rodriguez is on the prelims. That doesn't make any sense. That's just, that's what I don't like to see. Daniel Rodriguez should be fighting on the main event. He earned that when you knock out someone like Tim Means. But what happens? He gets promoted to the main event for getting knocked out. And what else do we have? Valentina Shevchenko versus Jennifer Maia. This was another boring fight. This was not a close fight. Valentina, she 1-2, takedown, sit inside control to a boring decision. I mean, it was another boring fight. And then you had Figueiredo versus Alex Perez. This is pretty much what we all seen. Figueiredo dominating. And we've seen Figueiredo with the guillotine in the first minute.
What do you think about Figueiredo as a flyweight champion? What do you think about him?
I think he's good. We need to see him with a dance partner. We need to see him with someone that's going to bring him out. Someone like Anderson Silva had Chael.
Mm.
That's what brought Anderson Silva out. Like nobody liked Anderson Silva before Chael Sonnen.
So after seeing Moreno fight this weekend, though, you have to admit that's kind of a very interesting fight.
Moreno, I don't think it is.
Really?
Because Brandon Royval, I think he was all hype. I don't think he was that good, so I don't consider that win really good. He kind of caught, who did he beat? He beat Kai Kara France. That was his fight to push him into this big fight. Kai Kara France, he sucks. The dude is, that's nothing special. Tim Elliott, 15-10. That was his other big win.
Hold on a second.
Elliott gassed out and got submitted. Another shit.
Hold that thought.
Forgot to add. I've figured it out. The reason 2020 was so crazy is because the world is preparing us. It's getting us ready for Jesse 2.0. We weren't ready before, but now we've been hardened. We are ready. Talk about who had the biggest hog, Kevin.
Oh, hold on. Oh, here's you.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Uncle Savage. This is Kevin coming in.
I also suck Bellatornies.
He says,
Do you
Not
suck
enough hog
Bellator
power.
penis?
Not enough hog power.
Okay.
So that's what it was. A fight. It was a garbage fight card. Pay-per-view didn't deliver at all. It wasn't even fun fights. I mean, if you wanted to watch fun, exciting scraps, you could have watched a Rough and Rowdy. You know what that is? Rough and Rowdy from Barstool Sports. You could have watched that and had more exciting fights. So,
wonderful.
I don't know.
This is you.
But
This is you again.
I forgot to say that I have a mangina and like men. Also, did I mention that I can't fight? I don't know anything about MMA. I suck. I know about the Golden Girls and Dancing with the Stars. Chat.
That's a nice catchphrase you got there.
Oh, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Who's gonna admit those donations? Let's see them in the chat.
It's you, Kevin.
It says you.
Donations.
But that wasn't you?
Who's gonna put them out there? Put your name to it. Don't be scared.
Oh, Kevin.
And as far as this Mike Tyson situation, it's just we don't like seeing old men fight. Fighting is a young man's game. We've seen it with Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz. We've seen it with Anderson Silva. When was that? 2 weeks ago. Old men are not built for war. That's just what it is. They should be at home on the couch drinking beer. Okay.
Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna tune in? Yes.
Probably not.
Yes, you
You're
will.
such a liar.
You will.
The long pause told us you're going to tune in.
I'm
but
not
you
saying
don't
are
wanna
you gonna
admit
buy it, but are you gonna watch it? Come on, stop it.
It depends. If there's something else on, I'll watch that.
You're 100%
Definitely
going to watch it.
Well, the UFC is gonna be
Definitely
on.
not,
The UFC, you got Blades versus Lewis. You got that card.
I'd much rather watch that.
But you're not gonna
I'd much rather
multitask.
watch
One on the computer,
Blades
one on the
versus
phone.
Lewis. And I'll watch Blades versus Lewis.
Okay.
I'll be tuning into that for sure over Mike Tyson. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson is a more compelling fight to me, just because I know they're gonna try to fight. They're gonna try to knock each other out.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be some glorified sparring session. They're actually gonna go in there to hurt each other. So that will be interesting, actually. But Blades versus Lewis is an actually interesting fight because Lewis is always dangerous. He can pull the one out of his ass. That's what he does. And Blades, he kind of slowed down there in the middle of the fight, but I'm with you. I think he's going to grind him out, may get a TKO 4th or 5th round.
Okay.
What else is going on?
No, you tell me. What's going on?
Joaquin Buckley. Let's talk about this dude.
What's his name?
Joaquin.
Oh.
His name is Joaquin. That's his name.
Okay, hold on a second. It's you again.
Wonderful.
You have a lot to say, apparently. Hold on.
I hate Jews because one stole my gay loved. I complain about everything because I have a sad, miserable life. There I had to clear the air.
Oh, Kevin, it's okay. We're here for you.
This is pretty emotional tonight.
Oh my goodness. Joaquin Buckley. This dude, his last loss was against Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, he's a decent fighter. And then he lost to Logan Story, a Bellator fighter.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what to make of Joaquin Buckley. He was calling out James Krause.
Mm-hmm.
I think James Krause is a welterweight. I don't think he's going to want to move up and fight an 85-pounder.
No, he did it once on short notice. He might do it again because there is some bad blood. Apparently, I don't know what the bad blood's about, but he might do it again just to shut this guy up.
Yeah, he might. I don't think he has anything to gain, though. I think he's pretty much just fighting for money at this point. I don't think he's want.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, or maybe I did. Joaquin Buckley. So, do you think you don't have enough evidence yet if he's good or not? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, this Jordan Wright dude that he beat. What's weird to me is I don't know why he's undefeated, because like Justin Jr. said, he got knocked out in that Contender Series fight. He got changed to a no contest for some reason. Did you see that fight?
Yes.
Against Anthony Hernandez?
Yes.
He got destroyed. Like, he got flatlined. He was out cold. But for whatever reason, they marked it down as a no contest. And so they wanted that fight, and they put him down as undefeated, which is really strange. So I'm not saying it wasn't a good win, but I don't know if it's how impressive it is. So we got to see more. Remember,
Justin says
Devontae Smith.
Justin said it was marijuana, which was the reasoning. Thank you, Justin.
Okay, marijuana.
So yeah, he lost.
Not like it was steroids or anything. Marijuana is not going to really performance enhance.
Yeah, it's a good
that's
point.
No excuse. He got knocked out by Anthony Hernandez, and then he just got knocked out again. So that's really not too.
I expected more from Jordan Wright. I don't know. There was something about him. I was like, man, this guy's got that killer instinct. And then he looked like a goofball in this fight, and Jordan Buckley took advantage of it. You know, I think Jordan looked great in his last 2 fights, but I still don't know. Like, it's weird. I think he's good. I think he's very athletic and he's talented. He's got a lot of power, but I don't know what to think about him.
Wonderful.
It's you again.
That's it.
I lied. I'm not an incel. I'm a virgin. I've never had sex. The only time I almost did, my grandma ruined it by kicking out the male stripper. I suck. Don't know about MMA. I watch Bellator prelims.
Thank you.
Kevin, why are you being so honest with us tonight?
I do like
Is
this.
that Chrome to your dome? That's Chrome, isn't it?
I don't know, man. It says you, so I'm assuming it is you. It's not, you're saying.
Now that's Chrome under an alias, what's it called? Alias?
An alien.
Under an alias. Under an alien.
Yeah.
So Joaquin Buckley, there's really nothing to say about it. We got to see him there. Remember Devontae King Kong Smith? He had 2 quick knockouts, and then he lost. He got knocked out in his next fight. We saw this Edmund Shabazian. He destroyed his dudes. He was looking like a future champion. Then he went in there against Derek Brunson, got destroyed. So we got to be careful jumping on the hype train.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley, another dude. So that's all I'm going to say about that, jumping on the hype trains. But it looked like UFC wants to build on him because he had that spectacular knockout. So I'm feeding this Jordan Wright kid, this goofy dude. He looks like he has a big win because he was undefeated, but sometimes those undefeated records just means they're unproven against lesser competition.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Thank you. Waiting for that fart.
You know what you should do next time he calls in?
Yeah.
Is just yes everything he says.
I agree with everything.
Yeah, and don't make an opinion. Just agree with everything
I
he
agree
says.
with everything that man said. Even in the donations, I agreed. The one thing I do agree with, actually, there was a couple of points that I agree with. He said I was listening. The Buckley situation, I want to jump on this thing. The last 2 knockouts were very, very impressive, and the way he made this Jordan Wright kid look, I was completely wrong, right?
Yeah.
I was actually wrong. I'm 0 for 2 with Buckley. I think the minute I pick Buckley, he's going to lose. There's something, though, for some reason, maybe it is the matchups that are just working for Buckley, and maybe he is not as good as everyone thinks he is. He's very marketable, good-looking kid, chiseled out of stone, highlight reel knockouts. You know, there's a lot of things going for him.
12-3 is not a bad record.
No, it's not. It's not a bad record, and he has experience in Bellator and now the UFC.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's Kevin again.
I got touched when I was a little girl. I collect welfare and I fake injuries to collect. SSI, that's why I don't pay for PPV.
Oh, okay. But if you notice, he kept on saying he wasn't going to, and thank you, Kevin, appreciate that. If you notice, he kept saying that the Mike Tyson fight, he wasn't going to watch. Smell bullshit.
Well, he stumbled a lot on that question because
bullshit.
he doesn't want to admit that he's going to watch, otherwise it negates his point.
Everyone and their mother is going to find some sort of way to see that thing or immediately
You will
watch the
100%
replay of
watch.
that thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to look to see the outcome and how that went down. Of course, it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, there's no doubt Kevin's watching that.
Come on. 516-522-0267. Now we're under an hour left in show. Plenty of time. Let's talk.
Wow, what's up, Justin?
What up, guys? How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Yeah, so, I said it last week, and I said do not judge the card off the name value, but judge it off the actual fights. And what did we get? Great fights. First fight was a banger, man. I don't like the referee. I mean, that's that ref who judged Herman versus Rodriguez, Valiev versus Trevin Jones, and I don't like that referee, Chris Tignoni. I thought that Luis should have been awarded the round 1 knockout win, but it is what it is.
All right, I just want to say something because I want to hear all your thoughts, but I just want to stop you real quick. You don't like these refs, yet you are good friends with Mario Yamasaki. So now I need to understand this, Justin. He has been one of the most criticized refs of all time. Can you explain yourself here? Because would you still be credible if you're good friends with Mario Yamasaki?
Well, he doesn't ref any. You caught me there.
All right. Get back to your points. Just curious.
Yeah, you caught me there. My bad.
It's okay. Read the notes. Get back to the notes.
But Joe Ben versus Gooden, I mean, what a great fight. Joe Ben had me sweating at times. That guillotine was close, but decision win. I called it. I'm just running through here quickly before I really start breaking down.
Sure.
Shevchenko versus Lipsky. Most of the predictors, like me, we were thinking Lipsky was going to have the advantage on the ground, while Shevchenko, the Muay Thai champion, was going to have the advantage on the feet. Totally reversed. Shevchenko just dominates her on the ground. How about this? Gets dominated by Shukagan on the ground. Then her next fight dominates her opponent on the ground and just shows her, evolution in MMA. She wants to evolve, and she's not just a Muay Thai fighter. And Joaquin Buckley versus Jordan Wright. Kevin talked about this one a little, but this was clearly a cherry-picked fight for Joaquin. Joaquin always, he always starts off throwing multiple overhands. If you watch Fluffy Hernandez versus Jordan Wright, Fluffy just caught him, a minute in with a bunch of overhands. And, I got to give credit to Wright. He stood longer than I thought he would. Again, Joaquin's in pressure as much as I thought, but once Joaquin opened up just a little bit, you got that quick knockout.
That was a good call. That was a really good call on Buckley. Something about Wright just made me feel that the guy was better than what he was. He got completely exposed by Buckley, so good job on that one.
Yeah, main card. Again, Paul Craig just demolishing Hua. Just not fun for Hua. The legends past this time. And how about Shukagan? I called Shukagan winning. Shukagan, I believe she was a plus 225. I really love Shukagan when it comes to predictions. If you saw Shukagan versus Jennifer Maia, I believe UFC 244, Shukagan just using that reach, controlling her with the jabs, the crosses, just defending every takedown, clinch attempt, And Cavillo has similar reach to Jennifer Maia. Cavillo, really short. I believe she's a former 115 fighter. I could be wrong about that, but I do think she's a former strawweight. So Shukagan just using that jab, that straight, defending all the takedowns. It was a boring performance, but
you passed on.
I was bouncing up and down every time Shukagan lands a jab. Just seeing all, me giving credit to myself for picking the plus 225 dog, and just beautiful to watch.
I'm with you on that
performance.
I'm with you on it. You should pat yourself on the back. A lot of people are going with the turtle.
Moss, you got it too, man. You got it too. You got it. I saw on your Tapology.
Thank you. Thank you. High five. High five, Justin. Give me a high five. Hit me a high five. High five.
Yep, high five.
Okay. Why did you skip Moreno? I'm a little disappointed here.
I'll get to that in a sec, but one last thing about Cavillo.
Okay.
Recency bias is a real thing. Caitlin held her own against Andrade, but it was only about a month ago. So those were the odds. I was really disappointed in the odds makers right there, just falling into another trap of recency biases. But Moreno, Royval, man, a great fight. Royval 2-0, was 2-0 in the UFC during the time leading up to this fight, and great fight while it lasted. Sucks the shoulder, popped out when his corner man popped it back in. It begs the question, if Royval could have just had that shoulder pop back in, would he have been able to continue? Now, I don't think so, because he wouldn't be thinking, I got to get back to my corner and pop this thing back in. He would be thinking, ouch, this hurts, and just in agony. And fun fight. Sucks the way it ended.
Yes. Let's take a break here for a second. Let's take a deep breath. You're out of breath here. Let's talk about how your day starts, because you watch so much UFC MMA tape, it's kind of ridiculous. I don't know where you find the time to do all this stuff. So take me through a typical Monday. Now, I know you have, are you off from school? What's going on here?
Yes, I have a school. I think my first class at 8:18 a.m.
Okay.
To, they shortened it. It ends at 12 now.
Okay.
So about 8:18 to 12:15.
When you're in class, do you kind of space out and daydream about MMA? Or can you shut it off?
I mean, I don't know.
Like, what do you think about?
I might be thinking of UFC 257, but not really.
But if you're in class, like, can you focus on class and what's going on there? Or do you all of a sudden start thinking of who's going to win this fight and how this is going to go down and which underdog should you pick in the next fight? Are these things rattling through your head?
Sometimes. I mean, it's not really a big problem. I can shut it down, but
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said, I didn't want to look at Tapology a few times, but I shut it down pretty easily when I want to.
That's good. Now, when you get home, so you get off the cheese bus, you walk it into your house, you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you sit down. What do you do?
Zoom classes now, not in person.
What's that?
So he does Zoom classes from 8 a.m. to noon.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're doing Zoom classes. Okay. While the Zoom is going on, do you have another tab opened with like a UFC fight going on?
Well, when I'm in class, sorry, not the Zooms, Google Meets, I would, sometimes I can, but, maybe the Google Meets are probably recorded, so I won't do it, but, sometimes maybe in between my classes I watch tape, but, I really just do that after because, when I watch tape, some of my viewers depend on making money, so I want to give 100% of my attention on, fight tape study, so I'll do the school, and then after, I can watch tape and really give it 100% of my focus.
Okay, so now you're done with...
This kid's like a freaking alien. When I was in school, I was lucky if I could focus for 1 minute.
I'm fascinated by this. So you turn it off, and that's great. You concentrate on school, and then you could turn on the MMA. So when it's leisure time, when school is over, your homework is done, okay? Everything's ready to go. Do you immediately go into MMA mode, like trying to figure out, hey, let's slip into some DMs, get some fighters on, look at tape? Do you immediately do that, or do you do something fun?
Fight tape and reaching out to fighters is fun for me. I mean, maybe I'll play UFC 4 before it, But watching tape and all that, I do it all after, and it's fun for me. So
okay, that's fine. Whatever you like to do and you enjoy, that's fine, right? It makes you happy. What about friends? Do you have any friends?
Well, I have friends.
Besides Bruce Buffer and Mario Yamasaki?
Let him answer.
I have friends. No, but I'm talking about, school friends. I have a few, but, it's hard to find friends that are into MMA. I had this one guy, Tyler, he was into MMA, but he was, a casual and one step below a casual, so it's hard to find people that are into MMA, but
So your friends, so you do have some friends here, and you discuss like typical kid things, but every once in a while you want to talk a little MMA. Do they entertain the conversation, or do they try to change the conversation immediately?
Well, like I said, I don't have any friends that are really into MMA. Even, this guy, I don't want to say his last name, so I'll keep it at Tyler. He doesn't talk MMA really. He'll be watching, the annual Conor fights. That's basically it. Maybe if Masvidal or Ferguson fights here and there, and
Okay. How late into the day? So say you're watching some tapes, you're getting stuff ready for your channel. And by the way, it's Justin Jr. What, Jesse?
962. Oh, the MMA Genie.
The MMA Genie.
Justin Jr. The MMA Genie. Yep.
Go subscribe, please. So how do you do this until you go to bed? Like, do you do this? You eat dinner, you eat lunch, and then as soon as you go to bed, that's it. Like, is it like MMA all the way to bed, or do you do something in between here?
With COVID and all this stuff, housing down and indoor, there's not really much other to do to, eat, and then the school and MMA.
It's good that you found MMA, because I was saying to Jesse, being a kid these days is very tough. With COVID and stuff like that, there's really not much to do. You are lucky enough to have a hobby that is productive. Like, you are actually growing a YouTube channel, you're making new friends, you're making connections, you're making business moves. It's kind of insane, and you're able to juggle this with school. So I say keep doing what you're doing, man. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
How do your parents, like, how do they discipline you? Like, do you get into a lot of trouble? Or,
do you put them in arm bars?
Like, I'm fascinated by, this has got to be a result of parenting, right?
Sounds like good parenting.
Yes, you could say so.
Yeah.
So do they just let you kind of just do your own thing? They don't ask you many questions, and then if they need something, they just tell you?
I mean, yeah, I do chores here and there. Parenting, all this stuff. Yeah, but, the YouTube channel, I done it on myself. All the thumbnails, they're not thumbnails compared to your guys' thumbnails, but all the thumbnails and reaching out and emailing, I do all that by myself.
Are they involved in what you're doing? Like, do they encourage you and they ask you questions on how things are going, or do they just let you just do your own thing?
Yeah, they'll ask questions here and there. I mean, yeah, it's not every day, but, if they did or not, I would still be doing it. But, yeah, they ask questions, who, is Jerry Prokashka, where was he born? Because he has a weird name.
Do you guys eat dinner together at the dinner table, or does your, like, whoever makes dinner make the dinner and you bring it to your room?
I eat dinner at the dinner table at times, like Thanksgiving, I'll be eating it at the dinner table, obviously, but
very important. Very important to eat dinner at the dinner table with your family. That's the way to go.
With Thanksgiving. So on an everyday basis, do you eat by yourself?
I eat by myself most of the times, but maybe if there's a good steak or something, I eat it at the dinner table, but most of the time by myself.
So if dinner's no good, if you do not like what's on the menu, you just, like, angrily grab the plate and run to your room.
What?
Why do you sound like you're 80 all of a sudden?
I said,
yeah.
No, I mean, I might have been misunderstood. You know what I mean? If the steak, or whatever what you want, like barbecue ribs, that's a meal you eat outside with the family, right?
Okay.
But, like 20-piece chicken nugget, you eat it in your room or something.
Oh, okay. So if it's
you
like,
know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, so if, like, Pop comes home, he's got a bag of McDonald's and says, here you go, buddy. Enjoy yourself. You take the bag, you go into your room. Your dad flies the private jet around the house a couple of times and goes to bed.
Yes.
That's right. Have you been in the airplane lately?
Yeah, you've been to Florida,
Nice.
What was it on this break we had, Halloween break or fall break, whatever you want to call it yet.
Are your parents, do your parents, like, work a lot? Are they around often, or like how involved are they in just your normal life?
Man, you guys are asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
You're like the MMA Batman. You're like a mini Bruce Wayne.
If I can raise my child with like half the IQ that you have, based on your parents' parenting tactics, then I will feel like a successful parent.
It's interesting. You're an interesting
kid.
Guys. You really are. I mean, most kids are out there chasing tail and getting into trouble and stuff like that, and here you are preparing for the future.
Yeah, thank you guys. But
Okay.
I mean, my mom goes to New York, and yeah, I mean, I don't want to get all into that stuff.
What does she do in New York?
I mean, some people in the chat, they'll try to look up, find all my info and all that. So
you don't have to give personal information. I'm just wondering are they involved or
is your
not?
mom an entertainer?
No, don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Okay, I was thinking maybe she's like a movie star or something. Okay, anyway, listen, you've said a lot here. We appreciate a little look into the Justin Jr. life. I mean, you had us on your
Thank
show.
you for the questions, guys.
Yeah. All right. You have anything else to say, or you? I think we're done interrogating you.
29th and Tapology for the world. I mean,
Nice.
man, I wanted to touch on this. I don't know why Perez carelessly shot him for the takedown when Figueiredo has that nasty guillotine that he got Tim Elliott in, and probably a couple other fighters, and that's his go-to counter. And yeah, it sucks. I mean, up until then, Perez was doing a good job, but, you know, I think I'm cursed with this goat milk thing. You know, I'm holding on to one going into the main event, and I get bumped off. It's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you're constantly on the top. It's kind of crazy, man. You've been making a pretty good run.
Yep.
All right. Go grab some chicken
Thank you,
nuggets.
guys.
All right. Bye. It's Justin. You know, he's got...
What a fascinating dude.
I have more advice. What he should do is stay away from movie theaters and tell his mom not to wear a pearl necklace, because he could be the next Batman. Like, it's kind of crazy, man. He's like the MMA Batman.
What was interesting to me is that he said that he just kind of like goes and hides out to eat. I used to do that all the time. Like
but he's being incredibly productive.
Yeah, it was so
he's like the
bizarre.
son every father wants. Like
You know what I think it sounds
Could
like?
you imagine that's your kid?
It sounds like his parents just give him a lot of space. So he, like kids who are not overwhelmed, like their parents aren't hovering over them.
You think he's coked up or something? You think he's on drugs?
No. I think he just has space. Like his parents know how to give him space.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I don't know. I don't know what the hell the deal is, but it's a wild story.
bizarre.
All right, 516-522-0267. Hit me with the ones in the chat if you like the origin story of a Justin Jr. Let's get some more phone calls here. We'll get back into the MMA game. A lot of things to talk about. If you want to talk about Tyson too, with the big fight coming up, it's nuts, man. Tyson is fighting again. It's not a real fight. It's an exhibition fight. But does anyone want to get punched by Mike Tyson?
832, you're live with the MMA holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, how are you guys doing? This is The Voice.
The Voice?
Oh, The Voice.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
Yeah. So, hey, you guys were just talking about Figueiredo, and I was going to ask you guys, does Figueiredo beat Mighty Mouse in his prime?
The answer is no. I know a lot of people
No?
on the Figueiredo chain, but right now still Mighty Mouse is the GOAT of 125, and I say Mighty Mouse beats Figueiredo. That's what I'm going to go with.
What about you, JBH?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Manny asked you a question. Okay.
On to the next question. So, hey,
I apologize. I sometimes this happens, you know.
No, I was asking,
Next
does
question.
Figueiredo beat Mighty Mouse in his prime? I think, yeah.
If both of them are in their prime?
Yeah.
No, I would say Mighty Mouse beats Figueiredo.
All right.
That's the right answer.
Also, hey, Moss, you alluded to the glove issue with Wilder.
Yes.
And I think that's been debunked by Teddy Atlas. And then before that, he had said it was the costume that weighed 40 pounds, and that's what caused him to lose because it wore his legs out.
Okay, so the costume was ridiculous, yes. And the loaded glove is ridiculous. I'm talking about the sliding down of the fist. And by the way, Teddy Atlas is a half retarded now. I think he's got something. He's got brain damage. I love Teddy Atlas, but the guy's a little off, man. I don't know. Something's off with that guy. Did you see the video on? It was a guy that Fury fought before, and he shows these like images of Tyson Fury with his floppity glove. And it doesn't look like he has anything in it, but you can kind of see his knuckles in the lacing of the glove. And how he punched him. Like, I'm not saying this is guaranteed, like it's a big conspiracy and Tyson cheated, but there is something there that's kind of sticking, that kind of makes sense. How he punched him, the glove flopped back, and the accusations of the knuckle being in the wrist part of the glove is very possible.
Well, you know, I think what also makes me suspect is because you hear the other thing that Wilder said earlier this week, I believe, or recently, that he's claiming that his corner poisoned him.
Yeah, Wilder's a fucking wacko, man. The thing is, Tyson Fury should want Wilder to keep talking because it will disguise the actual real evidence that kind of looks real. Like, everything else that he's saying is like a clown. So that's why I think everyone's dismissing it, because he's out of his mind. Yeah,
the other thing also, I'm just going to go through these topics real quick. Did you hear about Buckley and I guess James Krause have a beef?
Yes. Which,
what?
Yeah, we talked about it with Kevin too. Yeah, he wants to fight James Krause. James Krause is smaller.
Yeah.
But there's some sort of beef between the two. Krause has fought a weight class up, so it's not impossible to happen.
Yeah, apparently, I guess the beef stems from Krause not wanting Buckley to train there because apparently in St. Louis, he's been kicked out of a number of gyms. They say he's like a terrible person and a terrible training partner.
Well,
and just
beef
hurts
sell
people.
fights, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm kind of, and it looked like Dana White was kind of like, I didn't know that, but was like, I'll make that
Yeah,
happen.
like a light bulb went
Yeah,
off.
if Krause wants to go with it, you know, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Does McGregor versus Pacquiao happen next year?
I don't know next. Like I would say at the end of 2021, possibly.
I think it does.
But the managers, both of their managers, sound very, very high on this situation. So
Unless Dana White swoops in and says, "Hey, Mac, listen,"
he would have to make Conor sign a contract that makes
he
him
could
stay with the UFC.
He would have to swoop in and say, "Hey, listen, I got Habib back." And
No,
if he
it's
could
not
do that, and if you think that's not going to happen, then you have to think Pacquiao is a real fight in 2021. I hate to say it because I don't want.
But, and then to add to that, does Pacquiao go light on McGregor and spar him like Mayweather did?
I would imagine so. I would think so. Yeah, I think that's what would happen. Pacquiao would just kind of make it
If
interesting.
Mayweather took it seriously, he times Conor in 1 to 2 rounds and KOs him in the first 3.
So,
but he toyed with him.
He did toy with him, but at the same time, you still have to give a man that does have some pop. He's not as quick as Mayweather. He's not as smart and technical as Mayweather, of course. But at the same time, he can connect, and he did connect. You know, I think if in the first 2 rounds, no matter who's fighting Conor, I think Mayweather played it just right. Yes, he was toying with him, but at the same time, I don't think he finishes him in the first 3 rounds. I don't see that.
Well, I think that I have a real problem with the uncle going to put a bet on the 10th round, and they kept him from placing the bet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he picked the round precisely, and he put the bet on the 10th round.
Yeah.
So Mayweather came in with the plan of already made up that he's not going to knock out Mayweather in 2 rounds because I forget how many hundreds of thousands he put on the 10th round.
It's hard for me to believe. Mayweather is arguably one of the best of all time. But it's hard for me to believe a guy that has never been knocked out with 4-ounce gloves, hit with elbows, hit with like getting kicked to shins, everything to his face. Never been knocked out for Floyd Mayweather to do him in 3 rounds or 2 rounds. I can't see that. And he was breaking him down as Conor was gassing. Floyd outsmarted him and was breaking him down, and he was basically toying with him. And I get that, but to see him knock him out in the first 3 rounds, I don't think that's possible.
All right. And then what was it? Just I guess finally the Tyson and Jones thing. I mean, I think I'm with you guys. I think they just said no KOs just to get it sanctioned. But I think Tyson's going to go in there to try to tear his head off.
I hope so,
I mean,
man.
the guy's psychotic.
God, I hope so. I hope he doesn't like blow his load in the first minute and then it's just like 8 rounds of Mike Tyson huffing and puffing. Like I just hope I hope we don't see that, man. But who knows?
It turns into Kimbo versus Dada.
It would ruin everything. It would ruin everything. That bad last taste in your mouth. It's just like, God, I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope that doesn't happen. That would ruin it for me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm disappointed in the chat that they didn't know it was Manny C.
How did they know?
No, we all knew it was you, but we didn't call you out this time. Everyone,
no, but
when you called in the chat, everyone said Manny C.
Oh.
No, a bunch of people said Manny C at first, and then they started debating. They're like, no, it's not his side.
Really?
Yeah. You can tell by his voice.
Casuals.
At this point, you can tell by his voice that it's him.
I would hope so. But I'm thinking of changing my name to an alias so it's away from it's too close to my real name.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how cancel culture is right now?
Yeah.
So I
too
think
famous.
maybe the voice may be something, or I'll come up with something less creative.
Call in with a
and take
voice
that.
changer, like just like call in and be like, just some weird ass effect in your voice. Be like,
Hey, this is Matty C. How you doing?
you should try that. Actually, I could put an effect on your. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm too cheap to do something like as off clever as that.
Wait, who is this? Who is talking right now?
I have no idea.
Okay. See, perfect. All right, thank you, man.
All right. Hey, good talking to you. Bye.
That's Manny.
Good talking to you.
What was that? You guys want to see something really cool? The co-main event of the Mike Tyson fight. Here is Jake Paul sparring. Okay, here he goes. This is on his Instagram. Look at him. He's knocking fools out, Jesse, and sparring. Look at this, Jess. What do you think?
Looks great.
Look at Jake Paul. This is a YouTuber. Oh, my God. What an animal. Look at this man. Get him, Jake. Get him, Jake. Oh, look, dropping people. This is a YouTuber. Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh, my God. Look at him. What do you think about that?
Oh, yay. Hurrah.
How do you not want to tune into him fighting Nate Robinson? What is that? Okay, 516-522-0267. Jesse, take the calls. I got to release some fluids.
Ew. He's so gross. All right. What the heck is going on here? Oh, what is going on? Guys! Stop it! Hold on, guys. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-HOLES. What's your name? What's on your mind? Hello? Guys, I don't know what just happened. I gotta be honest with you. Try again. 516-522-0267. I know. I tried. I don't know what happened. I clicked a button and then this keypad showed up and it covered all the calls, so I couldn't click the answer button. And then just forget it. 516-522-0267. I'll answer this time. I won't click the wrong thing. I buckled under pressure. Banana phone. Manny may KO McNuggets in 3. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Try again. 516-522-0267. There we go. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-HOLES. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, yo, it's Tony Meatballs once again. Yeah. I'll be real quick. O'Malley's come back in February. Who do you think you should fight?
What was that?
Sean O'Malley's coming back in February 13th. Who do you think you should fight?
I don't give a fuck. I honestly, Moss, who do you think Sean O'Malley should fight?
I think he's retired. I honestly think he's not coming back, Jess.
No, he said February 13th. He posted on Instagram.
February 13th. Oh, man. Who should he fight? At 135.
Someone was saying TJ Dillashaw, but I don't know. That doesn't really make sense for TJ because he's a former champion. He's above him, and
that's just stupid.
Unless he just wants like an easy win.
That is ridiculous. TJ Dillashaw. I understand TJ is coming off the suspension, and maybe he's got to get a quote unquote tune-up fight, but that just sounds a little too, a little ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe TJ and Faber are going to fight finally. Because, Faber's been sitting on the sideline for a while.
Yeah, Drunk, you're here. Attaboy. Vlad's going to be very excited.
Up.
Vlad's very excited about this call, I'm pretty sure.
That'd make you proud, Vlad.
I think O'Malley will fight someone off the Contender Series. Oh, speaking of the Contender Series, you saw our buddy William Knight has a fight, Jess.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hold on a second. This is a good one.
It's, what's his name?
Yeah, it's the big black guy. Big muscular black guy who I think Devin fought recently. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull this up. Good. You could talk whatever else is on your mind while I pull this up. I just thought of it now. Oh, here it is. Hold on a second. Okay, here it is. What's this guy's name again? Oh, shit. I forgot this guy's name. What's his name? This dude. This guy with the weird-ass tits. God damn it. It's a good fight, though. By the way, this is actually a fight that's tailor-made. Now, both guys have severe knockout power, but William Knight's got the wrestling, right? So you got to think
grind him out.
That William's got to bring this thing to the ground.
Wonderful.
Here's Vlad. Here we go. Oh, Menafield, thank
I shed
you.
a single tear. Drunk never disappoints.
See?
I love you, Vlad, brother.
Alonzo Menafield, thank you very much, chat. Appreciate that. That's why you guys are here, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But that's a good fight. That's a nice step up, too, for William Knight.
Yes, sir.
Fucking A. All right, Vlad, what else you got? I'm Vlad. I'm drunk. Now I'm calling him Vlad.
Okay, I can understand Mike Perry not wanting coaches, like striking coaches and whatnot, but hire a fucking nutritionist, motherfucker, so you can just make weight. I mean, I saw a video of him eating fucking cheeseburgers and fucking desserts and shit, and like a week before, and then he messaged what's his name, Means, like while he was doing that, and be like, "How's your weight cut going, brother?" Like, what a fucking asshole! I swear to fucking God, dude. Let's just cut him.
So the UFC, it's funny when you hear Dana White talking about him, they're basically like Dana loves the guy. Like he's going to give this guy as many fights as he can because I think he's entertaining. The fans still are on his side here. He's just a complete circus. So Dana's going to have a nice long leash with the guy. At this stage of the game, yeah, it doesn't look like the UFC is the place for him. He's lost.
Yeah, I think it's time to move on.
The UFC
Yeah,
won't.
let him go. Let him go out to other promotions, get a few wins, and come back. Learn his fucking lesson.
Yeah, the UFC, they're not going to let this guy go. And honestly, as much as I believe that his days in the UFC are numbered when it comes to his skill, the guy's not. There was a time where you could say, "Hey, he's a legit contender." He's not even on the website. What the fuck? The hell? Maybe they cut him, Jess.
No.
But Dana White seems like he has no interest in thinking about letting him go. Hopefully he gets into a camp. He gets a nutritionist, like you said. He takes it a little bit more serious because he was so much fun. He really was so much fun. What do you think?
Yeah, he's fun, but he needs fucking smarten up. That is so fucking dumb, man.
Yeah, I don't even think he
makes
cares
Florida
anymore.
people look really bad.
How do you say you got a family now, you're doing this for your kid that's coming, you miss weight, you give 30% of your purse away, and you get owned. You get completely owned by a man coming off the couch. It's just a bad look.
Maybe his trick is enabling him. He's like, "Oh, baby, it's okay. You can make weight. Just have that burger. That's fine."
That's a good impersonation. I like that. Jess, what do you think?
Sure.
She likes it. She likes it. Okay. Is it true that you have a 3-inch cock when erect, according to Lizard King?
What's that?
Lizard King says that you have a 3-inch cock when you are erect. Is that true?
Yeah, he wishes. Nah.
Okay.
Much bigger than that, my friend. Just ask your mother.
Oh, shit, Lizard
A
King.
yo mama joke.
Take that. All right, anything else, Drunk?
No, getting off. Let 2 joints. Get the fuck in.
Nice.
All right, later, talk about.
Okay, get 2 joints in. You know what I can go for, Jesse? A nice big juicy burger right now.
Oh.
I want a fucking burger.
Well, you're making burgers tomorrow, so you can.
I want one right now. I'm starving. What did we have for dinner? That little chicken nugget thingies?
Chicken nugget? No, it was honey mustard
Didn't do
breaded
enough.
chicken.
Starving. I need to eat. What else we have to eat? We might have to take a run. I might have to do a fat guy. Let's do a fat guy run.
We're not doing that. No.
Okay, we're not doing that. I'm gonna have to rummage the cabinets and find something.
Are you really that hungry?
I'm quite starving right now. Yeah, famished.
I can make you chicken strips after the show.
Okay, fair enough. 516-522-0267. Hey, hit the like button. What are we doing, you lazy fucks? You're Wayne Gretzkying us here. Let's get to 100. For
Wayne
God's sakes.
Gretzkying?
Yeah. They're Wayne Gretzkying us. No, none of that.
I like how you do this.
100. Let's go. Come on. There you go. That looks better. Come on. Like the video. Stop wasting my time.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
The hell y'all doing?
Well, I'm
Get
doing
off the
good.
line, Kevin. You took up enough time today.
Jay, bitch, you said Steve Miocic was looking for excuses.
Uh-oh.
No, I said he had excuses. He doesn't need to look for them.
You think he's afraid of Ngannou when he already dominated him for 5 rounds?
Oh, yes, I do.
Most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Stipe been in there with everybody he ran that division for freaking 5-6 years. He's the GOAT. He don't need excuses. He just doesn't fight when the UFC calls him. He doesn't jump when they say. He does it on his terms because he's the GOAT. He can. But if Ngannou don't want to wait, how about he do Jones versus Ngannou for his interim belt? Now that's what they should do.
Jones apparently is not ready, and Dana says Ngannou is going to fight Stipe next.
Yeah, well, they should be doing an interim title fight if that's what they want to do.
More importantly, what's on in the background? What do you have on TV? What are you watching right now?
There's nothing on.
There's something on.
There's something on. I
hear little porno, maybe.
What's going on in the background?
Let me see.
So is it like World War II videos or something? Like what's going on there? I feel like you have like a tube black and white TV in the background. Every time you call, I hear the TV like antennas in a boxed tube TV with black and white picture. Is this what's happening?
No, Ice Road Trucker's on. Ice Road Trucker's
Okay.
Ice Road Truckers is on.
No tube black and white TV with antennas.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't know why I always think that when you call in. All right, Kevin, thank you. So, don't you feel that when he calls in? Like I feel he's
I
in
always hear
black
something.
and white.
I always,
like,
yeah.
I feel like he's not calling in color.
I feel like he's in like a rundown apartment, like
antennas,
old-fashioned VHS.
Yeah.
And he's calling on a wired phone.
He's got like a retro feel to his calls.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear what we're saying, or maybe not? Maybe it's just us. 516-522-0267. Call us up. Although he's right about Stipe, Jesse. Come on, Jesse.
Nah.
No?
Nah. I think Stipe's going to get crushed in the next fight. 619, you're live with the MMA-HOLES. What's your name? What's on your mind?
What's up? It's Uncle Champ. What's up, guys?
Oh, shit. What's up, Uncle Champ?
What the fuck? Yeah,
how you doing?
What's up? Been trying to call in for a minute.
Hell yeah.
Hey, real quick, what do you guys think about TJ Dillashaw coming back? I mean, what do you guys think he's gonna? What do you think he's gonna, fight next? Somebody big, or he's the next champ? He's gotta have somebody to give him a chance.
I don't know who he's gonna fight yet, but I am so excited to see him come back because I used to love the guy, and then when he got busted for the roids, obviously I was extremely disappointed in him, but I just couldn't fall off. Like he's still my guy. So
Frankie Edgar.
Still excited.
Frankie Edgar. Yes.
Huh?
That's the fight.
Make it. Fight.
Yeah.
Frankie TJ. That's my fight.
Frankie TJ. I hope he comes back, and I hope he proves people wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he's clean. He comes back. But something tells me, man, these guys are coming up strong, and they're fast, and he's been out for a minute, Like,
yeah. Yeah, he's been on the shelf for a little while.
Shit. He's been on the shelf for so it's like...
Yeah.
What do you think about... Well, and it's good to hear you talk. I think it's the first time we've gotten an actual call in, right? From the Uncle Champ?
Yeah, I enjoy watching everybody, chat and stuff, but I like to call in. I don't call in too often, but when I do, try to make it count,
Sure. Do you think TJ Dillashaw looks like Alf? Do you think he looks like Alf?
Look like Alf?
Yeah, Alf from Melmac. Does TJ Dillashaw look like Alf? According to Drunk Savage.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah?
A little bit.
I think so, too. I think Drunk is onto something here. I'm going to put a picture up.
Oh, God.
Drunk's the man. Vlad, everyone, NH, Vlad, they're all good people in the chat, man.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, you guys, too. And Mama JBH, I'm just glad you're glowing.
Aww.
You're looking good. You know what I mean? It's
Thanks,
going to be
Uncle
exciting
Champ.
to see you, for sure. And Papa Moss.
That's what we call your father, Moss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're going to be a good dad. So you guys have a good night. We love you.
All right, you too.
Next
Thank you
caller.
for the call, man. Appreciate it.
What a good dude.
It's a nice guy. He does look like him, Jesse.
Gotta love Uncle Champ.
What do you think?
Looks just like him.
You think so?
Yeah.
From Melmac?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 516-522-0267. That's an old reference right there. Oh. Yo, we got a knitter. We got a knitter with attitude.
Knitter with attitude.
Yeah.
Anna, I heard you're feeling a little under the weather lately.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. No, it's not COVID.
Menopause?
Although we always freak out when we get sick. No.
What are your symptoms?
Is it that menopause?
That's not menopause.
Oh, okay.
What are the symptoms? Let me diagnose you.
Okay. Stuffy head, headache, runny nose.
COVID!
Yes. Okay. Headache, runny nose. Okay.
No fever.
No fever. That's good. That's a good sign. How long have you been sick for?
That's just like 3 days.
3 days.
COVID!
Ooh. Is Mike H giving you baths, bubble baths, and back rubs?
Yes.
That's
Bubble
nice.
bath, back rubs. Made me some sweet and sour chicken.
Ooh. Sounds delicious. Have you had a fever throughout?
I hate sweet and sour.
You don't like sweet and sour chicken?
I hate sweet. I don't like sweet and sour anything. I like
It's crazy.
sweet and sour anything makes me gag. Like I can't.
Really?
She's not human.
It's kind of like ranch or anything with, you know.
Why don't you like sweet and sour?
It's so fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but from
it's like
pineapple,
like syrup.
What?
Like
You had sweet and sour sauce from Wendy's, and you dunked the fries in it. Remember? You liked that. You tried it.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was good.
What?
Only thing that was good that was sweet and sour that I ever.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
So fucking disgusting.
So, Ann, have you had a fever in these last 3 days at all?
No.
Okay, that's
no
good.
fever.
Okay, so it sounds like a bad cold.
We've been checking on that, yeah. No fever.
Have you been vomiting? Diarrhea?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, you'll be fine.
No.
Maybe you're pregnant.
Virtually impossible, Jesse.
Oh, because of the menopause. I forgot. Sorry.
This girl. She's messed
right
up today.
up, Jesse.
I just think it's so funny. Like I feel like menopause is such a funny thing.
What?
I don't know why. Like I always felt like my mom. She goes through menopause and
This
I don't
is
know.
terrible.
I feel like it's just like something to joke about. I just feel like it's so funny.
Ann, is this not horrible what she's saying?
I'm not like hating. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything.
She's
I'm just,
mocking infertility.
Hey, Jesse. Nah. I don't have any more blood anymore. I don't have to worry about that
that's
anymore.
true.
Nah.
Yeah, my mom did the same thing. But you know what? Neither
Nice.
do I because I'm pregnant. Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh,
All right.
I'd rather have hot flashes.
This is incredibly ridiculous, this conversation. I can't
Mom's
even,
getting uncomfortable.
Mood swings.
I can't believe she's making fun of menopause. Oh man. Wait until she hits it, Ann. When she hits it, wait until the wrath, the comeback.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just laughing at it. I just think it's something to laugh about.
When little Ellie, she doesn't
when
realize.
did I do anything wrong?
It's terrible.
Just laughing at
Terrible
it.
human being. Anyway, Ann.
It's funny. I think it's funny. Everybody makes fun of me.
Listen, like it's probably
okay.
like a really fucked up situation, so you might as well laugh about it, right?
Yeah.
See?
At least I'm not 70 years old and going through menopause.
Wonderful.
We got Vlad.
Not going to lie. Sweet and sour anything combined with meat is disgusting.
So
It's just
gross.
like, hey, I would like some fruit with my pizza.
Oh, no,
Put
good.
pineapple on it. Should be against the law.
Yeah.
Also, hi Nita.
It's fucking disgusting, Vlad. Someone can finally relate. Like it's so fucking gross.
So
you don't like the Hawaiian Canadian bacon?
You know what?
or anything like that?
The pineapple I can make an exception for because I've tried it. It's actually not that bad. I don't eat it, but if someone put it in front of me and that's the only thing that I could eat it. Like it's not like the worst thing in the world. But sweet and sour with anything.
But what about
fucking
this?
disgusting.
What about bacon on cake?
What?
Bacon on cake and cupcakes. Have
That's
you ever
not
had
sweet
that?
and sour.
No, but he said like his
Sweet
pizza
and sour sauce
but he
with
said,
anything.
But he said
Like
pizza.
maple bars with bacon on it.
Yeah, he said pizza with pineapple. So
He's
it's basically
comparing it to that, but I
Yeah.
don't compare it to that. I just think sweet and sour with any meat is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but his comparison's a little different because that's sweet and salty.
Yeah, sweet and salty's good. Sweet
So-
and sour is not good.
Salty's good.
Sweet and sour is like the enemy.
Sweet and sour you don't like, but sweet and salty you'll
Sweet
do.
and salty's good. Sweet and salty's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. But sweet and sour makes me want to fucking kill myself.
It sounds ridiculous, bacon and cake, but it's quite delicious
I've
in
never
some
had
weird
bacon
way.
on cakes.
Anyway, and
So you won't be getting that from her
yeah, I guess not.
to eat ever.
I like what is it? Sweet and sour chicken, like the Chinese food. It's got to be like deep fried, and have that smothered sauce on
Oh,
it.
stop it.
It's like
Stop.
General Cho.
Stop it.
You like the General?
Yeah.
The General So? That is like the most unhealthy thing in the world, yet it is the most delicious. I can eat it every day. White meat, though. I'm racist. I like white meat.
Chicken breast. Chicken, no. Deep fried crap, no.
No, it's bad, man. Like, every once in a blue moon, you treat yourself to the so. Is it so or cho? How do you say it?
I think it's cho.
People say it differently. Even Chinese people don't know.
I say cho.
Cho?
Cho.
Cho. Yeah, the General's delicious. Anyway, I'm getting so... I want General in my face right now. Is there a way where I can get a genie, rub a lamp, and have it pop out with General?
Wonderful.
Here's Nicole.
Try McDonald's sweet and sour mixed with ranch. It's the best with fries. So yummy. I craved it with every pregnancy.
Oh, God help me. I have...
Ranch?
No, Wendy's sweet and sour sauce with French fries is a delightful mix. But you throw ranch in there. What do you want to...
Yeah, ranch. No.
What the fuck?
What?
What are you doing?
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Wait, Jesse's going to be... Watch, Jesse will start craving sweet and sour.
No. That's one thing I will never... The only thing that I came close to craving that I don't usually eat is jalapenos, like spicy things. I don't really eat spicy, but lately I've been eating a lot of spicy.
Oh, I'm starving right now. I just want to run to McDonald's so bad. I'm dead serious.
Eat more of those delicious green olives.
I don't want that anymore. I am in the mood for something terrible. A big fat burger in my face. And I really want to go. And I'm about to drag, after 12 minutes, I'm about to drag Prego Jesse in the car. And we're about to make a run.
No, we're not. I said I'll make you
Let's flip a coin. Here, you got a coin?
No, we're not spending the money.
Heads Donald's.
We don't have the money. I'm making chicken strips.
That's true. But it's okay. What was it, like $5? $5.
It's more than $5. And
$5.
we're not spending it. No.
And talk her into it. We got to get something to eat. We're wasting Ann's poor time.
Just make the hamburger yourself.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Moss, make the hamburger yourself.
Yeah. Maybe you want me to barbecue? I'll barbecue right now. Oh, we got to throw the meat out. We got frozen meat, though.
So, Tio Ganochi.
You can barbecue anytime.
Yeah, we got frozen meat, though.
We'll have to agree to disagree here, Moss. I don't want anything sweet or sour poured over my steak or chicken. I don't care how good whatever Chinaman made it.
Yes.
See, steak, no. It's got to be bird. It has to be bird. So you don't like the General, then? Oh. My father's like
So, Sonosi.
My father hates sweet.
I know Sonosi's referring to the
on pizza.
Sonosi's referring to the amount of donations we get.
No pineapple on the pizza.
I haven't tried it, and I'm afraid.
So we can't just go out and spend on the business card. It doesn't work that way. It has to be a business expense.
What if this? What if
it's not a business expense?
What if we try to stream it?
Listen to her. No,
we're not doing it.
Listen to her. Boss.
I think I should take we put it on. We can pay on the business card. If I keep the stream going, we cross over, we go live, we get the goddamn burger and put it in my beard. All right.
My sexy swole beard ears.
All my beard wants is a big, fat, delicious burger in my face with some fries and Hawaiian punch. No, I don't even like Hawaiian punch. Anyway, and look what you did. You made me hungry.
Punch. I'm sorry. I just... Well, I was talking about Tyson fight.
Yes.
I'm happy to go see him fight again. We're going to see it at the casino.
No. Oh, yeah, the casino will have
both.
They'll probably have both on. Hold on a second.
Wonderful.
It's Tony Meatballs. Oh, God, meatballs. Now I want meatballs.
Hey, Kevin from Chicago. I got some homemade meatballs you can suck on. JBH sweet and sour is the best. Forget about it.
Ugh.
Not sure if you and the meatballs can be friends. Mix it with duck sauce and it might change your mind. Try it over cat.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do duck sauce. Do you do duck sauce?
That's disgusting.
Do you like duck sauce?
Duck sauce?
Yeah.
I don't eat much Chinese.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like duck sauce. I can't do it. Do you like duck sauce?
Stop.
I've tried it. Don't like it. The duck's where I draw the line. But sweet and sour Chinese sauce is not good. But for some reason, the chicken. Anyway, I'm getting so fucking hungry right now. And look at you. Let's talk about Mike Tyson.
I'm not doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, the Tyson fight. I think it's gonna be fun to watch. It won't be like he was, but hey, it'll be fun to watch. I'm excited to watch him. Even though he can't really do anything because of the rules. But hey,
That is going to be so great. You're going to have that going on. They'll probably have on another TV like the Blades Lewis fight. There's going to be so much going on that night. It's going to be great.
Yeah, they might. I think they might maybe split it up. I'm not sure. There's there's enough TVs. They have a sports area. They have a sports area. I forgot to tell you about that. Where you can bet on the UFC now.
Really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah. We're gonna minimum $5. Guess what? Gonna go bet.
That's right. Only $5. Listen, if you do the $5 bet, you still have the action, and if you lose $5.
Yeah.
That's it.
$5.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Nothing big. Not gonna go in there and bet $10,000.
No. It's $5. So what time? I'm trying to look. This card starts at 8 p.m. according to
the main card starts at 8.
Mountain Standard Time, Jesse. What time does the Tyson
West
thing
Coast,
start?
what time?
It's late. It's 10, right? Wait, what time is that Eastern? Hold on, I'm confused. Help me out, Jess. Do the math.
8 p.m. What's this mountain time crap?
10. Why is it starting so late? Hold on a second. Vlad.
Yo Moss, I caught that clip of the Wilder fight. I obviously don't want to say it's proof, but how the fuck can your wrist bend back like that?
Yeah.
I'd assume it's broken or something out of the norm happened.
I am telling you, thank you, Vlad. I don't know, Ann, if you saw this. I remember during the fight.
The video?
What's that?
Yeah, that video. With the gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah. I was saying to myself, why is he hitting him like that? And some people were saying they were illegal strikes. They weren't really illegal, but well, I don't know. Was he hitting the top of the head or I can't fucking remember, but he was punching and the glove was bending back. Like how?
Yeah. I was looking at it going, oh my God. And I was looking at the close up of the pictures, the still pictures. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, right. Did you not see his knuckles
in the glove?
Yeah, in the lacing of the glove, you see his knuckles.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if but it was kind of weird seeing that and watching it. It was kind of interesting. I was like,
I gotta
that's
find
interesting.
there's got to be. Hold on, there's got to be pictures online of this. I mean, I know a lot of people you think Wilder's nuts, so it's hard to take him serious. But when you look at the tape and the pictures, you're like, wait, hold on a second. Fury Wilder glove. Let's see. Anything else on your mind while I'm looking this picture up?
I was just curious about that. Yeah, I was going to ask about that because you were talking about it earlier. I saw a picture. It looked like, you can see his knuckles and everything in the laces. I'm like, wow, okay.
I mean, I hope it's wrong, because that ruins. Well, I guess that makes it interesting for a trilogy, right? Fury can be like, okay, let's do this for real.
Do you think he'd hurt? Wouldn't that hurt your knuckles? But I guess those are taped, so I don't know.
Well, the guy that made the video basically said it probably does hurt, but you got your adrenaline going and everything like that, and the advantage just outweighs the pain.
Yeah.
Where the hell's the video?
Yeah,
Fuck.
once you get going.
I got to search for it.
Who cares? I can't feel anything.
Yeah. Well, anyway, and
I was very curious about that.
It's a interesting
that's
thing.
why I stick to MMA.
You can't do that in MMA. Yeah.
Straightforward. You don't have to worry about that crap.
With the 4-ounce gloves, you see no fingers in there. What are you talking about? You just you slide your hand down.
Eye pokes.
And there's a glove.
That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah, that'd be great.
The eye pokes. Well, maybe someday they'll come up with gloves where you won't get those eye pokes all the time.
Yeah,
someday.
You would think eventually they're going to modify that. Sure. All right, and you've successfully made me incredibly hungry. And I think that's about it. Anything else?
Jesse, made you hungry probably too. Okay, that's about it. I have to let someone else call in. Love you guys.
We love you too.
Love you,
Ann.
MMA.
Love you, Ann.
You guys are the best.
All right, there's Ann H calling in. What do you think, Jess? What's the is the jury out? What's going on here? Images. Let me see. I'm trying to find the bendy one. You got to go to the Discord. I'm just too lazy to go there. Anyway, all right. 516-522-0267. We got 4 minutes left, and just
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA HOLES. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Gary Tonin's fighting shithead.
Hang on.
All right, we got another. I mean, what?
Unknown caller, you live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
The MMA Holes is now a no nigger zone. Niggers.
Tell me more.
I think that was Lizard King. 516-522-0267.
That was sexy. That was a very sexy voice you called him with. Sensual. That was a sensual N-word. All right, we'll take one more. If one more can get in. And we also have some news. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just rattle through the news.
Okay. Yeah,
All right, let's rattle through the news. That was quite the call.
All right, real quick. Cody Garbrandt reveals ongoing complications with COVID-19 targeting his March return. He tweeted out, "That was a lamb being brought into the slaughter to build the golem, motherfucker, and let me heal from COVID. It's just business." So
wonderful.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you for your crying.
Obviously, Petr Yan versus Aldo is no longer happening at UFC 256. We already discussed this quite a bit. Yan was set to make his first title defense in that fight. Jose Aldo at UFC 251 in July was the last win for Yan. Despite the fight supposedly being rescheduled for 2021, Sterling appears not to want to wait much longer for his first championship opportunity in the UFC. Upon finding out the news that Yan was out, Sterling made a suggestion on Twitter about the interim title fight instead. He later went on to wish Yan well and expressed his desire to fight him when he was at his 100%.
Nice.
Jose Aldo versus Marlon Vera is being targeted for UFC Fight Night on December 19th. Pretty good fight, actually. Pretty excited about this one. 135-pound bout.
Man, if Vera could beat Aldo.
Yeah, takes place on the main card.
I just love that this could have been O'Malley. It's just so funny. This could have been O'Malley.
Yeah.
Although O'Malley would have died. So.
Also, Chaos Williams versus Mitchell Pereira is added to UFC Fight Night on December 19th as well, which is the same card with Aldo and Leon Edwards and them. So it's going to be a pretty lit card, if you ask me. I think it's going to be pretty fiery.
Now, this is how isn't it crazy? We're more excited about a fight night than the final pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
2020 is going to go out with a fantastic fight night. Well, the good news is this is after the 12th. This is after UFC 256, right?
Yeah.
So
literally the week after.
This is the last fight of the year, right? Or no?
No, I think there's one more. There's one more card, if I'm not mistaken.
What is the last card of the year? Events.
Oh, you know what? It might not be because that's Christmas weekend. So this might be the last card of the year.
So they are finishing strong. You know, even that's kind of cool that they're finishing on a fight night. Oh wait, hold on. All right, so December 5th is the this might even get scrapped, right?
Well, we don't know what's going on with Holland yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's December 12th. Well, don't trust the UFC. Go to Tapology.
Wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, their website is always fucked up. Their website, like, it's never up to date anymore.
All right, so you got this. Nope.
January 1st.
Oh, it's January 1st.
Yeah, so.
New Year's Day.
Yep.
Wow, the last fight of 20 fight card, I should say, of 2020 pandemic. KHAMZAT Chimaev versus Leon Edwards. Please stay intact. Purdy, please. Of course, the UFC.com doesn't have the whole card, but there is some really good fights on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's going to be an empty octagon. Yeah, this is good. This is a good way to end it. So, all right, at least we don't end with that bad taste in our mouth with that UFC 256.
Yeah. Also, according to the Bleacher Report, UFC icon Anderson Silva says, "I feel free after an attempt to force my retirement." He basically said, "I love and have always loved what I do. Winning and losing are part of it. It has absolutely nothing to do with age. I made technical mistakes and lost, but I didn't lose what was most important, the will and the desire to continue doing what I love. I still have the warrior spirit and that burning flame in my heart that motivates me. I have total belief that I can continue to compete in the elite of MMA. I take this moment to reflect about my career and to plan my next moves. Stay tuned."
Come on, Spider.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, keep fighting. I don't give a shit, but come on, stop with the silliness.
Yeah. And last but not least, Marcin Tybura draws Greg Hardy for UFC Fight Night.
Whoa.
Edwards versus Chimaev. So expect this one on the same card. It's going to be fire, the Edwards-Chimaev card.
Yeah, the card's really good. Gregory Hardy's on it.
And that's it, Moss.
All right, so we'll be live again on Wednesday night. Talk a little bit more.
I have a question for
you.
Do you want to go live at like 9:30 or 10 Wednesday night because we're prepping and I have to make dinner that night? Or do you still want to go live at 9?
You know
what?
Well,
we should
it's
probably
2
still
hours.
You know what? I take that back. We'll still go live at 9.
Say 9.
But, all right, we'll discuss.
We'll bang it out. We'll bang it out. We got Lady C in the house. Maybe.
I gotta get up super early in the morning.
Lady C coming on the stream?
I don't know.
You could drag little Lady C?
I'm sure she'll
Tell
stop.
Lady C to bring something sexy for the MMA holes. She could trot behind us while we're by the
I'm sure she'll
mountains.
step in for a couple minutes to say hi.
You better fucking tune in. 109 people watching. What did everyone go to sleep? What happened here? Where did everyone go? Where'd everyone go? Tune in Wednesday night. Lady C is going to trot. Maybe we'll bring her into the mountains and do a little show with her. What do you think? She knows about Mike Tyson.
There might be some minor adjustments on the show Wednesday night. I got to talk to Moss first, but just stay tuned because it's going to be a busy week for Thanksgiving. So you might see some minor adjustments on the show time. So I'll keep you guys updated. But I got to talk to Moss.
Thanksgiving is this Thursday. It's crazy. It's rolling up on us. I got to get my first COVID haircut. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a little coronavirus before Thanksgiving. And that should be interesting. Let me know in the comments section down below what you are doing for Thanksgiving. We will see you one more time before Turkey Day. And, yeah. Well, actually, no, we'll see him on Turkey Day, too.
Yes, yeah,
That's
we'll
right.
be doing that.
A lot of
So,
content.
yeah, make sure you guys tune in Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know how long the show will be. I'll talk to Moss about that, let you guys know. And Thursday, of course, we're doing the live survey cam for Thanksgiving. If you guys, maybe if you're away from family or something this year, you just want some people to hang out with, we'll have the live chat open for you guys. It's going to be kind of boring, but at least you get to talk with your buddies in the chat. That being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for your support tonight and every night. And as always, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole.